Hi, good evening, everyone. It's 5 p.m. on the dot. Welcome. We would like to welcome you to Spiritual Sundays. I'm here with Tobocious.
Hello.
So, if you feel like joining this live, the link is in the caption above. Join us.
Yes.
And I encourage everyone get your sage if you got it, because I don't want any of the ghostly figures or vibes that come through the internet. I got mine lit.
Okay. And share it. Definitely. Yes.
Share the live. And we'll take a minute to share it. I'll share it now.
Okay.
Our topic for tonight is, do spirits exist?
Mm-hmm. And they do.
Do they exist, people?
I believe so.
Do you believe or do you know so?
If you do, give us an insight on your part. What do you think? We like to hear from you. Yeah.
All right,
That'd be
so
a good
let me share
thing.
this.
Okay.
All right. I'm looking on my page. Now I'm about to go off. I'm sharing. I want to give people time to come in.
Mm-hmm.
Please feel free to comment in the chat. We want to have a great Sunday. And this is a tester show to see if anyone is interested.
Yeah. And don't hesitate to call in as well to get in on the conversation.
Please don't
302.
hesitate.
Don't hesitate. 302-321-3534. We're just trying to get an insight and see what you think about the subject. That's all.
I already know what I think.
No harm done.
And don't be afraid.
Right, because some people are afraid. Don't
Yeah,
be.
definitely afraid. All right, so Tobocious, how about we start with you? You share a story. Do you believe in spirits, and then share your stories about spirits?
I do. I do believe in spirits. I had some insights of, like every time I turned around, I lived somewhere, there was somebody in there. At first I thought it was a dream, but I was wide awake. So it was not a dream. It was reality. So then I had someone else come into my house and they picked up the same vibe. I had my sister-in-law come here one time with my husband's best friend's wife. She came here and she was like, I believe somebody's in your house. And I said, is that right? She said, yes. She said, honey, I couldn't get out the bedroom. And I'm like, girl, for real? She said, yes, honey. I was scared. I couldn't breathe. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, girl. It felt like somebody was holding me down. I was like, oh my God. She's like, yeah, honey, I think your house you need to save your house or something, or have some people come in and pray for your house or something. But I thought it was just me, but come to find out, it wasn't just myself. It was really something going on in here. So yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, I wasn't afraid because they didn't do anything to me or, give me any notion that they were trying to hurt me or anything. They were just here. And I'm like, okay, well, something needs to go on. Like, can you get out of here? You need to get out, you know? Yeah,
You
but
told the
I
ghost to
mean,
get out.
yeah, you got to go, honey. You cannot stay here. You got to find somewhere to go, please. But not here. Yeah,
Oh my
so,
God.
I mean, and it's like, when that happens to you, it catch you off guard. And my husband, he gets an insight too. So he tells me, he's like, baby, somebody's with you. I'm like, what do you mean somebody's with me? He said, when you open the door and somebody was with you behind you, a little man with a hat. I was like, we already know who that is.
Ooh, we don't want to talk about the little man with the hat.
know who he is already. Yeah. So
Yes.
he
Yes.
makes himself known when it comes to me.
Let's talk about the little man with the
Yeah.
hat a little bit. Tell people who the little man with the hat is.
Okay, y'all the one who saw him, so you tell him, sis, you seen him.
Okay. First off, let's say I believe in ghosts. And I see them. I have seen them since I was a child. I have different things that go on with me. But to stick to topic, we're going to talk about ghosts. Now, I think ghosts have different functions. I think it's
Yeah.
spirits that just roam after death.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
some spirits just like to stick around after death. And then I think
Yeah.
it's protective spirits. And
Yeah.
your ancestors and things of that nature, they all have different functions
Yeah.
depending on what they're here for. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they're like humans, like us. We exist, but we do so many different things. We don't exist doing the same thing.
Right.
Okay, so with you and the guy with the hat, I like to say he's a leprechaun. I'm not sure. Could just be a guy, an ancestor with a black hat.
Mm-hmm.
But remember when we were in the studio, I actually seen his shadow. I'm at my desk. Tabosha's getting ready for her show. Then all of a sudden, I see a huge top hat, just shadow go across the wall, and then it land behind her. So I'm like, Tabosha, did you see that? And she's like, yeah, I see that. And she's like, did you see that? And I said, yes, I seen it. So it's the guy with the hat. So at this point, I'm believing it's your protective spirit.
Right.
Whatever, like your husband said, he's always with you. It's a male. He's
Yeah.
always cruising around with you.
Mm-hmm.
So one particular time, hey Delisa, hey Stan, we attended a function to support Tabosha, and I was manning a table for her with her music because she was selling it. Tabosha's a very good singer, so I'm just promoting what she already does naturally. So this really nasty lady comes up to the table, was like, well, why should I buy this? She's not a celebrity. Like, why should I want to hear this or whatever? And I'm just looking at her like, support. The CDs aren't that much.
Right.
And she got very offended. I was like, no, I got to hear her sing first. I said, well, excuse me, fine. That's okay. I don't care. Oh my God. She went back to sit at her table, and I just felt like a whoosh run past me, run past her table. Then all of a sudden, and I never seen anything like this before in my life. Normally, when a table falls, it just break down and fall. But the table looked like it was lifted, like she was sitting here, and then the table's there, and the table lifted from this side and came up on her, and all the food slid down on her, and the table went down. Then I saw something go whoosh back across, and I just stood there and I said, "Oh my God, that was that leprechaun. That was that your protector."
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Wow, I bet this lady really learned her lesson." But what was amazing is when this happened, Tabosha was actually doing her song. She was singing. So it happened while you were doing, and I just watched. And everybody jumped up and was like, oh my God, what happened? How did the table fall like that? Now, she was not leaning on the table, she wasn't doing anything. So I was just floored. I'm like, okay. So you
This
and your protective spirit, y'all did y'all thing that day.
Oh God, it was so funny
If you're
because
watching, say hello. Go ahead, Taboshes.
after I got off, y'all was like, "You should have seen what happened." I cried. I was like, "What? What happened?" She won't say no no more. Oh my God, that was funny. But yeah,
And
it's
not
a
to
little
be
mean.
malicious,
Yeah.
but that was your protective spirit. She had negative energy.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. And when they told me, I just laughed. I was like, "What now?" They're like, "Yeah, honey, he flipped the table." But this was the crazy thing, you guys. It didn't fall. The food and drinks didn't fall on no one else but her.
No, she had a couple kids at the table, and it did not fall on the kid. It looks like everything just moved over like this and then fell. So
On
it
her.
was a sight to be seen. I was like, oh my God. But anyone else, do spirits exist? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
Right.
All
Give
during
us
the
some
week, I
input.
had people reach out to me in my inbox saying, yes, we need this show. So now we're
Yes.
here, and I need you to come on and talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Peter, let's talk about your adventure when you were driving coming out of Maryland.
Which part when
When you
I
saw
saw
the
the spirit
person.
of,
Hmm.
oh, okay. So everyone that's watching, hello. Again, I am touched. Um, I'll get into my history a little later about myself. I don't want to do that, but we talk about spirits. So Smack and I, if you don't know who Smack is, watch Relationships Are Easy. That's my significant other or whatever. We were coming from a road trip from Maryland. So I'm very sensitive. I could feel different vibes. I could feel different things going on in nature. So I looked over on the side of the road and I saw a man hanging from a tree. And I saw people down there, and then I turned my head and I screamed. I'm like, Smack, I saw a man hanging from a tree. And Smack said,
Right.
what? It's a man hanging from a tree.
Right.
And I say, yeah, I can see the man. I see him. I see
Right.
him there.
Right.
So we kept driving. She was like, well, then I ain't going back. I said, Smack, go back. We went back a little bit. She was like, I don't see nothing. And I said,
Right.
he's going or whatever. We kept riding.
Right.
So some said, just go ahead and look it up. I
Hmm.
looked it up, and it was an actual guy that got hung there. And it was a historical case that happened in Maryland. I can't remember his name,
Hmm.
but they hung that man from a tree. And I saw his spirit. I guess he was reaching out, trying to tell me something. I don't know
Mm.
what, but
That's
it was an
sad.
experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Did it startle you? Like, did you like what in the world? Or did you like, did I just see what I thought I saw?
It was like one of those. I see a man hanging from a tree, and then, but like I said, I always see something. And then you
Right.
know me personally. I see things for
Yeah.
y'all too, not just for
Right.
myself. But
Right.
that's not this show. This show is about do spirits exist?
Right.
Delisa said, oh wow.
Yeah.
Delisa, do you believe in spirits? And I see all kinds of spirits. If
Right.
you are a Native American, I've actually seen my spirit animal. That's how I know I got some type of Native American or
Mhm.
African background.
Right.
I've actually seen my spirit animal. It was a white lion, and
Right.
I told you that.
You did.
Startled Smack completely out of her sleep. The white
Mm.
lion was huge in my bedroom, kneeled down, let me pet him, and was just docile.
Mm.
So
So
I see all
I
kinds of
see
things.
all
I
kinds
see
of
other
things. I
people's
see other
spirit protectors,
spirit
as I told you.
protectors
I
as I
seen
told y'all seen to
Toboshis's.
basically.
Um,
Um,
yeah. So
yeah,
Delisa
so
said yes, she
Felicia said
believes in
yes, she believes in
spirits.
spirit.
Delisa, if you have a
Felicia, if you
story,
have a
call
story,
in
call in
or click
or
this
click
link that
this
I'm gonna
link
put
that I'm gonna
here
put
and
here
join the
and
live if
join
you
the
want
live if you
to.
want to.
And you could
Mm-hmm.
just
And you
discuss. You
could
could
discuss,
talk through
you
your
could talk to
phone.
your phone.
I
I
really love this
really love
show
this
because I would
show because
love
I
for
would
more
love
people to
for
be
more
more
people to be more
open
open
and chime
Mm-hmm.
and
in and
chime
talk
in
to
and
us and
talk to us
share
and
their
share their
experiences. I
experiences.
know
I know
myself and
myself
Toboshes
and
aren't the
Tobasis
only
aren't the
two
only
people
two
that are
people
open
that
and
are open and
receptive to these
receptive to these
things.
things.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You want to
You
tell them
know,
about your Indian spirit?
oh my goodness. Yeah. I was in a small apartment, and every time it thunderstormed, I would see the Indian's head in the tree. It startled me at first. I was like, "What in the world is that?" So I was like, "Okay, let me put my head down." I looked back up just to gaze, make sure I wasn't dreaming here. And I looked again, and that's what it was. Again, the head. So then my mother came over to the house, and she had the bathroom door wide open because you could see right out the window. And that night it was thunderstorming again. So my mom came over, and my mom said, "Baby, you have company." And I said, "Oh, what do you mean I have company?" She said, "There's somebody in that tree right there." I said, "Yeah, Mom, I know." I said, "That's the man I was telling you about." She said, "Oh, I believe you now." I seen it. I seen it. Yeah. And then here at our house, our new house, I kept telling my husband, I said, "Baby, there's an Indian that follows me all over the place. I don't know why, but he's everywhere I go, and he's not a bad spirit or anything like that because I don't feel any negativity." So one night I'm sleeping, I'm knocked out, and my husband's steady talking. I'm like, "Who am I talking to?" He's talking to the Indian because he was sitting on my curtain rod with his leg crossed, sitting up there with the beautiful feathers from here on down to the floor with his leg crossed, sitting up there watching over me. Perhaps, because I was like, okay. He's like, now I see him. He said, "Baby, that's your little friend." You know what I mean? Like, and then, I mean, it's like, I don't feel the negativeness from him. I don't feel anything bad from him or
Right.
anything like that. But it just seems like wherever I moved in a place, he was right there all the time. It did not matter. I don't know where he's coming from. I don't talk to him or anything like that. I don't do all that, but I just let him be. Sometimes I'll sage the house and everything like that, and I don't hear him, walking around in here or whatever like that. So I'm not afraid of him or anything like that. But people say you should be scared. You need to have somebody coming in there praying for the house. I like we did that when we first moved in here, but it's not. You know what I mean? We're on their territory actually because this is
Right.
Indian. You know what I'm saying? They were here before us, so you know what I mean. They're going to be all over no matter where you go. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm not afraid. And he doesn't bother me. So I'm used to him. So, but my husband's like, "There go your friend making noise," But like I said, it don't bother me. Um, and people ask me, "You're not afraid to be in there like that?" No, it don't bother me. I'm telling you because I'm so used to it, and I don't know why, but I guess I don't know. Maybe it's in my blood, maybe in my bloodline. You know what I mean? Um,
Yes, I
between the
believe
two,
that.
me being able to see and hear them. You know what I mean? Where it doesn't scare me. And I remember one night. I don't know if you guys ever had this happen to you, to where, like you said, I was sleeping one night and I dreamt of me walking through the forest, and there was an owl, a white owl. Okay. And I'm looking like this, and next thing I know, he jumped on my shoulder, and I think I told you this, Peach. He jumped on my shoulder. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
boy!" And then that's when she was telling me, "Don't be afraid. He's a good, good owl, whatever you call it." But yeah, I wasn't
It's a
afraid,
good
and
omen.
yes, I wasn't afraid at all. I thought I would be, but I wasn't. I guess I was trying to find myself. I kept thinking about my career. and stuff like that, and financially, stuff like that. So I was like just praying about, some positive stuff. So that night, that's when I saw that white owl in my dream. So, and they're around still to this day. Like they have some things to let me know, I guess. So,
Yeah.
but if you guys want to talk about the same thing that we're talking about, and you're interested, and you're with your input, come on, let's talk about it. 302-321-3534. Let's talk about it. Don't be afraid to communicate with us, because I
Yeah,
know
because you
somebody
know a
has
lot of people don't want to discuss it.
yeah, some people are afraid, but don't be afraid. It happens, you know what I mean, there's people who, it happened to, you know what I mean, I understand
Right.
you're afraid, but don't be. This is why
Right.
we're here to talk about it. Let it out.
Well, Delisa says, I have seen a man. I did a double take, and then the man was sitting in a recliner. I did a double take, and he was gone. Come to find out, it was my grandfather watching over me.
Wow, that's
That's great.
deep.
That's ancestral spirit.
Yep, that's your ancestor. Yep, he let you know he's watching over you. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Did that startle you, or were you
Delisa, did
like?
that startle you? I don't know. I wonder if that's her first time.
Probably.
I think the first time is what scares you.
Yeah, the first time. Like I said, I don't know why, but I don't react like that. Like, oh my God, no. I don't act like that. Like I'm like, oh, did I see what I thought I saw? That's me. Let me look again. Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, you know what I mean. But
Right.
it comes
No,
to it,
I'm not
yeah,
afraid anymore.
yeah. I mean, like I go to my sister's. My dad's there. He's in the house. You know what I mean, and I'm not afraid. Like you know, people tend to get really scared of it. And I don't, I mean, you shouldn't be, because they're there for you. They're trying to tell you something too. You know what I mean? Something that you're not aware of either. You know what I mean? Like my husband told me the other day, his cousin came to him in his sleep and was telling him to play these numbers. You
Wow.
better, you better play these numbers. You better bet on this whole. You better bet on the game. Football's not even here yet. Yeah, he told
Wow.
him to. Yeah, and I was like, yeah, that was him, because he's the only one who gambles like that. Yeah, so I believed
Delisa
him.
said,
He was like, man, I wasn't even scared.
wow. Delisa said she wasn't scared, but it was her first time.
Okay, okay, okay,
When was the first
okay.
time you ever seen a ghost?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Mm, a ghost. A ghost. I saw. Let me see. Well, a ghost. I believe we were somewhere. I don't know if it was me and my mom or somebody, and we saw something going through the wall. Yeah,
Wow.
and I believe that was my first time where it actually went through the wall. That was somebody who had that house before, that lived there.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Wow.
but I
Wow.
mean, hey, I mean, they're sometimes they come back because they have a story to tell you. Something's not finished. Um, they have so much to tell you in so many ways. I googled the other day, and I know everybody heard of Lone's Pond, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
Google this, there's a little girl that was murdered, I believe 18 something. They said if you go through there, you will hear her spirit and see her. You will feel her and everything. And, you would know that her presence is there in that part. So
Wow.
I'm thinking about going down there just to see if I could feel it or not.
Wow. No, I have never been a lump spot, but I've heard of it.
Would you be afraid to do that? Like just to, because
No.
I'm like that. Like Harriet Tubman, she's blood. Okay, I went to Finding Avalon, and her spirit is all in there. Like she will push you away from the witch room. You know where that is, sis.
Yeah.
They will push. She will literally like, you ain't supposed to be over there. Stay over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Every time I went in
she's
there, it's
all in that
in that
place, all
room.
up and down Camden. You will feel the presence of your ancestors all down there, all over. You will feel them. I mean, you don't have to look for it. The wind will show you. You know what I mean? A butterfly, anything to let you know that they're right there. Their presence is known there. Yeah. So
Yeah, that is true.
yeah, but
Now, I would like to say,
it's a
for the people that's
reality.
watching, say hello.
And like I said, people are in denial, um, and they try not to. I don't believe in that. You don't have to believe in it, but they are here with you wherever you go. I mean, there's people who
True.
say there's people you okay, you ever be in a car accident and you walk away, somebody's with you, right? Besides God, somebody else is with you. Believe that. Believe that. Your ancestors.
Yeah.
I remember you told me about a situation that happened before, sis, with Smack. Somebody's with you.
Oh, yeah, when her
Yeah.
grandmother passed away.
Yeah.
Her grandmother
Mm-hmm.
was always around doing stuff, very active. Delisa
Mm-hmm.
said, "Where is that at?" Finding Avalon, Delisa is in is it in Camden?
Yes, it's in Camden, Delaware. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very good place,
Very, very
Delisa.
nice. Yes. Mm-hmm.
But
Yes,
yeah,
it
in
is.
reference to Smack, her grandmother died maybe 2 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to always tell her, when people die, they don't just disappear. They still linger for a while, and she was very upset. But her grandmother did a whole lot of different things. It was so freaking amazing. Like she would tap her, like she used to do in life. She would tap me. One day, Smack left her at my house, and I overslept, and I felt a her hard tap on my back. And I woke up and looked, and I said, "Oh, okay. I'm up. I'm okay. It's nothing wrong. You can go back to Smack now."
I can't. Mm-mm-mm.
By the track is Fonda Avalon by the tracks.
It's about a track. Yes, it is actually. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is. Quadine.
Yeah, I believe there's a what is that, a Rural Farms? I'm thinking that's a Rural Farms right there across the street from it. I believe, in an
I'm not
auto.
sure.
I think it's
I
an
just
auto
know how
parts
to get
store.
there.
Yeah, me too, girl. I get in the car and go there. Yes. Yeah.
Quadim, have you had a spiritual experience you'd like to share? Anything? Call in 302-312-3534. Share your stories. This is what this show is about. This is a
Mhm.
test to show to see if it's any interest because I stream shows all week. So if you're not interested, believe you me, I don't have to take my Sunday and do this. But I do it because I've had a lot of people that come to see me personally and they're on their spiritual journey and they're always trying to talk to me. So I'm like, okay, instead of people coming to my house, let me just broadcast this and let's have these talks and we can all empower one another and inform each other.
Right. Yeah. And
So
share it
chime in,
because
call in.
somebody needs to hear it. Yeah, somebody needs to hear it. Maybe somebody wants to talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like since that sighting that you saw, have you had any more since that?
Well, you already know I've had many
No,
sightings
I'm talking
since
about like
then.
lately, like within this week. I haven't seen you for the whole week. So have you had anything going through the week
Within
going
this
on?
week,
Yeah.
mostly just shadow people. And if you don't know what a shadow person is, it's nothing but a spirit, but they are sitting in the back. They just not coming forward. That's all.
Mhm. Mhm.
A lot of
Okay.
times I get that, and then eventually
Mhm.
they show up.
Out of nowhere.
So yeah, so I'm just waiting for them to come forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
That always happens.
And
I don't know why.
yeah. And I know you guys watch Let It. Some of y'all that do watch Let It Out. If you heard me do a show and I'm like, what in the world? That's because somebody's there. Somebody bothering me.
Hi,
And somebody
Diane.
somebody's there bothering me, sitting right
Yeah.
next to me or something. Yeah. So
You know what?
yeah.
I'm starting to think my house is a portal, or is it me? Because it seems like everybody that come here, something spiritual always happens.
It's the house.
You think it's the
It's the
house?
house. Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
I don't know, because everybody come and say I'm at peace, and then
Yeah, it's
everybody
like
always needs something.
it's like you can take off your jacket. I'm comfortable. I'm home. I can just let my hair down. Whatever's going on with me, I can just talk about it. That's the kind of atmosphere you
Okay.
have. Yeah, that's what I think anyway. For me, yeah,
Smack seems to think it's me. She's like, I just
that's
like this common pill.
it.
I'm like, what?
I mean, you are because you know what to say. But I like when I first met you. You was looking at me like, okay, not another one. Oh my god, that was funny. I was like, huh? What do you mean?
Well, you're like a whole 360 from when I first met you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I changed a lot. Yeah, and I feel that too.
Yeah,
Hmm.
you are amazing. You like this big ball of positivity that people just want to grab onto.
Yeah.
Diane says, wow, that has happened everywhere that me and my wife have ever lived together. What, that your house is a place for serenity? Let's share some of the experiences in the house.
Hmm.
Um, let's talk about some of the people that came here that needed some advice and stuff or whatever.
Hmm.
So, again, when you come to my house, I have a nice little space in the basement, wonderful. And I don't know what it is. Everybody love coming here to this space. It doesn't even look like a basement. It look like a nice apartment or whatever.
Yeah.
And when they come in, I get the vibes.
Hmm.
And the spirits or the ancestors, whatever you want to call them, whatever you comfortable with. They'll give me a message for you, and then I'll relay it. One lady came here, and I had never met this woman before in my life. Never. And this happens a lot. Tobosha has even brought people here for this, and I'm like, did she bring people for a reading or whatever was going on? So the lady came in, and I didn't know her from a can of paint. And the ancestors told me to give her a message stating that her grandmother is proud of her or whatever. And so I just held it in because I didn't want to be the weirdo in the room at my own house. I'm like, let me hold this in because I don't want to come off like that with everyone. So finally, it would just kept being a constant teller, 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 teller. So someone said, pull out the cards and let's do a reading or whatever. So I'm like, Okay, I'll do the reading for the friends. So finally, I saw the girl was receptive, and then I told her, I said, listen, your grandmother is proud of you. You on the right track. She happy with everything that you got going on or whatever. And she started to cry. I didn't know her grandmother had recently passed. But she wanted her to finish her dream further. And I said, so what is the dream? And she said, well, the dream that I had that I wanted to further is me opening up a salon. And I said, I could see it. It's got purple chairs, it's all this stuff. I said, wow, it's going to be wonderful, whatever. And that's what your grandmother wants you to do. So we just sitting there talking. And grandmother's like, say, tell him I said hi. And I was like, hi. And Smack said, hi. And Smack was like, what's your grandmother name? And then the
Mhm.
girl told her who her grandmother was and showed her the picture. And Smack was like, oh my God, I know your grandmother. I used to see her all the time and I wonder where she was at.
Wow.
And I just sat there and I looked. So this is some of the things, that happens when you come into my presence. A lot of times I hear things I won't say nothing, but I know that spirits exist. Not just seeing them, I can also hear them, and then just in acts.
Mhm.
Does anyone else have a story? Someone said, oh, that Diane says something spiritual always happens, no matter who should come to visit. We go to visit others.
Mm. Okay. Wow. That's deep.
But yeah,
Yeah.
spirits aren't scary,
No, they aren't. Mm-mm. No.
but there are
Like I said,
bad ones.
yes, they are. Yes, they are. And like I said, they all want to tell you something too. They wasn't finished, so they want to tell you something. You know.
True.
So I believe that too. They sticking around for something. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know if you ever been to a haunted house or anything like that, but you know, they be in there, and you can hear the voices and things like that. I've never really been in a haunted house. I mean, they play around like that, but I'm talking about real haunted house, like to where you can really hear it. I mean, not for Halloween, but I'm talking about a real house. Like if you ever been somewhere where you really hear somebody's voice. I don't know if anybody has ever did a walkthrough at a house where you felt something there. I don't know if you've ever, encountered anything like that to happen to you in your life.
Been in a
So if
haunted
you
house.
did, yeah.
I
Mhm.
think that I don't really necessarily believe in haunted houses. I believe in open people. I think in the right house, I think the right person in a house will make the spirits come out.
Mhm.
My best friend and I lived in a house in North Jersey,
Okay.
and it was on 18th Street. And
Mhm.
every night, spirits used to walk up and down the steps, up and down the steps, up and down the
What?
steps.
Oh my
First,
gosh.
I thought it was kids, so I would get up and look out the door. I'm like, who's running up and down the steps? And then I shut it. And then my
Mhm.
best friend one day was talking to me. She said, do your kids be running up and down the stairs like that? I said, no. So then I got up and I really listened. And I
Mhm.
realized it was spirits, but they couldn't come in because I wasn't receptive. So I do believe in there are houses with residual energy,
Mhm.
but I think it only activates when the right person is in there, like an empath, a person that can hear them, a person that will allow them to come into their body, like a channeling person.
Right.
Delisa asked a question. She said, so I grew up in the church, and now I have been on my spiritual journey trying to figure out the two. Some people say you can't do both.
Right.
Do you have an opinion on that, Tobocious?
Can you repeat that again?
She said she's on her spiritual journey, and she said people have told her that you can't do both. You can't be in the church and have a spiritual journey.
I've heard that. Um, I've heard that a lot. I mean, with whatever is within you, that's what's within you. You can't help that. I mean, you know what I'm saying. So you can't sugarcoat it. If you have spirituality, to where you're awake, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean. Nobody can tell you how not to feel, how not to think when it comes to spirituality. I mean, it's up to you. I mean, like I said, I've heard that a lot to where they're like, you're worshiping the devil. No, I'm not. That's not what that is. You know, like I said, I was born this way. I didn't really come awake until what, 2 years ago, Peach? To
Yeah,
where,
probably like a year or two.
yeah. So it was already within me. I just didn't know how to accept it, basically. So yeah, so that's where I'm at with that.
Delisa, in my opinion, I think religion is a stepping stone. Some of the things that's in religion is designed to activate certain parts of you, but then it's your job to research even further.
Hmm.
Those books that's in there was decided by the Council of Nicaea. So a lot of the spiritual aspects, the magical, the prophecies, and all of that stuff has been taken out. And I find it very interesting that people would actually read religion, believe in it, and think it ended thousands of years ago when people continued to survive and thrive.
Right.
So if there was a prophet then, why wouldn't it be a prophet today? If it was empaths then, why wouldn't it be empaths today? And why hasn't the creator given you a message today?
Right.
So
Hmm.
don't feel bad. If you still need to go to church to activate something in yourself, you do it as you continue your journey and begin to open. But for me, I'm past that. I've graduated past that. I've researched past that. And then I've had a supportive family that helped me understand different things. Like
Hmm.
my grandmother, she actually practiced healthy voodoo. She did some of the practice. We do some of the practice.
You don't
If
know about.
you're sweeping and spitting on a broom, you're practicing ancient things.
Mhm.
If you're lining your door with salt,
That's a
you
ritual.
know.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I don't know. I just recommend people to um try.
Hmm. Do your research. Hmm.
Oh, okay. Someone said you have an echo.
I do.
Uh huh. I don't hear an echo of you.
Might be somebody here with me.
Let me see if there's an echo. I'm going to turn it up. No, I don't hear it. Let me see if there's an echo. I'm going to turn it up. No, I don't hear it.
Is it clear now?
They're saying that we have an echo.
Oh wow. I
Hmm.
don't know why.
All right. So let's see. I turned it off. Do you guys still hear echo? I don't hear an echo. I don't see that.
I don't either.
Do you guys still hear echo? They'll respond.
Hmm.
Oh, it says whenever you speak, it's an echo.
When I speak, okay, let me see here. Let me move a little something. What about now?
Said it's
I mean,
much better now.
okay. I was in my kitchen. Okay.
Yeah, kitchen has an echo.
Okay.
But yeah,
The
like I
better
was saying
my
to
daughter.
Delisa, if you just go ahead and continue the journey, you'll find out exactly what it is you need to do for yourself. But I don't.
Yeah, like I said, just do your research because you'll find, you'll find things out as they go along.
Up, I think I lost Tobocious. All right, you guys, do you hear echo now with me speaking? Tobocious is going to come back. Up, I think I got her back. Up, there you go. Okay, you're back. All right, I think she's frozen. So does
Got
anybody want to
me?
call in and share anything with me? 302-312-3534. Come and share your stories. People really need to hear this. It's people that believe that they're crazy. It's people that's being made to
Okay.
feel crazy. And you're not. You're just going on a
What
spiritual journey. And some of us are extremely sensitive and different. Back then, they called people like us
happened?
witches because they were very ignorant.
Yeah.
When in reality, you
Um,
were something like a
so let's
prophetess or
share
a
this
empath.
live, and you know, um, call in, get on a conversation. Am I on for?
I hear something in the background. Okay, you're back.
Very important to talk about it. I don't know what's going on here. Am I better
Okay,
now?
so if you guys want to join in the live, please join in. The link is at the above the caption. Diane said this is extremely interesting. Yes, Elisa, I know. She said you're breaking
And
up.
it is
She moved in a different position.
again. Oh,
I think you're a little better. Delisa, click on the link and come in.
What about now? My bad.
Yep, you better now. Is anyone else having any questions that you like to ask? Anything you like to share about the spirit realm or you seeing spirits? Happy Sunday, Klepto. Do y'all believe that the spirit realm exists? Do you believe in spirits?
Do you really believe that they exist?
Yes, it's video, Delisa. But you can have an avatar also.
Let me see here. Um, oh,
Now she just came out for a minute, but I'm gonna share something with you guys in reference to the spirit realm. Um Diane says certain entities don't want us to get this knowledge. Well, that's a whole nother show. I'm gonna share something with you guys with about spirits or whatever. Spirits are not much different from us. They are they're humans detached from their body. So if an entity was a evil person, you can expect them to be that in the spiritual realm. So when people be doing all of this channeling and all of this stuff, and they're saying that this evil spirit is jumping on them and coming, it's they're conjuring probably a horrible ancestor that they have no relationship with, don't have any understanding of that person, or they conjure something else like someone else ancestor or something evil.
mm-hmm.
But you have to know the difference.
Right.
But to me, I mean, like when it comes to spirits, I've seen them, heard them all throughout my life. I've never had one come and attack me and do all this other stuff. I'm fortunate, so I'm okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I do believe that there is a push from religion to stop us from connecting.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a wealth of information you could get from your ancestors. Angel D said, love all of this, so down my lane. Well, join us. Join us. The live link is above. You could come on in, come in and chat. This is stuff that's
Mm.
going to happen every Sunday at 5 p.m. to have these conversations. Diane said, my wife is about to join into this live now. Come on in, join the
Okay.
live, and let's
Okay.
chat. Let's talk. Let's have a build. We have to have a build.
Mm-hmm. You know, people are afraid to talk about it. You should not be afraid to talk about something that's, you know, that's on your mind, especially such as this. And this is important
It
because
is
enough of us
important.
don't do that. Yeah, really is.
And I also feel like people kill themselves because they trying to connect with the creator that they can't connect with through religion
Right,
because they're different.
right.
Oh, Angel D. Lee is your wife? Okay. I think people feel
And
empty
every,
and they don't know why. You feel
right,
empty because you can't connect. And then the people that need religion because they don't have that extra piece to them, it works for them. But if you
right,
have that in your blood, that spirit to connect with the creator in a different way, religion is not going to be enough. And you'll
Right.
have a depression that's so deep that you
Mhm.
can't seem to fix it. You can't go to a
Right.
therapist to explain it.
Mhm. Because it needs, I remember I was in this house um in Ellesmere, and my daughter and I were at the top of the stairs, and she went down behind me. She came down behind me, but she didn't come down in a nice way. She said, "Mommy, somebody pushed me from behind, pushed her down the stairs."
Mm.
Thank God
See, a
she was
spirit, an
okay, because
angry
she,
spirit. Yeah.
yeah, and she went into the wall. So thank God she didn't break anything or hit her head or anything like that. She laughed when she got to the bottom of the stairs. She said, "What in the world, Mom?" She said, "I felt two hands go just like that, wham, pushing her down the stairs."
Wow.
Yeah, and
Wow.
I was like, okay, well, whoever you are, you need to get out of here. And it might have been their house before, before we moved in there. Yeah,
Wow. Yeah. A
because
evil
that was just
spirit.
strange. Yeah. Because she was like, "Mom, you go in front of me, you go head down." And next thing I know, she's behind me. But like I said, not in a good way, because they took their hands and pushed her down the stairs. Yeah. So
Wow.
I guess it was like, you don't belong in here. Yeah. It was crazy. I was scared. I was like, what in the world? But we laugh about it now. We laugh
I
about it.
know
Like,
you
Mom,
do.
she was like, Mom, remember that? I was like, yeah, that was crazy. It was weird.
Um, Angel D. Lee. I put a link inside of the chat so you could click on that and you could join the live and be up here with me and Tobocious. Angel
Mm-hmm.
says people fear what they don't understand, especially our African culture. Our own people run from it. I believe in my Oratius ancestors, etc. Yes, the spirit realm is very real. And Angel also said, I can relate to the spirit realm, always in two dimension at one time. Diane said, I am about to have my dinner while I listen in. We really, really need this type of platform for the gifted.
Right.
Delisa said, I'm trying to join. It's not letting me in. Is that the correct
That's
link?
spiritual. It should be.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably your internet because the last week when we had all the people on Let It Out, they was just jumping in and out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm
So I
sharing
don't
it
know.
to people
You
who
gotta
want to
have a
get on.
strong internet connection.
Yeah. And that's what I was doing. I was connecting people to it. So hopefully they get on. Yeah.
But
It's a good topic, like I said.
it
And this is
is.
a good start. It's a good start because we having some feedback from people who have experienced it and want to know more. So that's a good thing. Yeah.
Okay, I see what's going on. Delisa, when you click the link, you have to allow it to connect to your camera and stuff. That's why it's saying access denied. Cause you have to allow it to connect.
Hmm. Yeah, a lot of people don't
But
like to
yeah,
allow
this is a
a
great
good.
topic.
Yeah. Hmm.
And for me, what makes it wonderful, it connects us. It stops
Yeah.
you from that lonely feeling.
Right. Hmm.
Because
Exactly.
a lot of people like us, it's because it's not so many of us. When we're born alone and we're not necessarily around people like us.
Hmm. Hmm.
But
Yeah,
I'm
and it's like.
fortunate to have people in my family like me.
Hmm. 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 And like, I know you spoke to my son before, Joseph. He gave me an insight too. He's like, "Mom, I seen this and I seen that." So now he's more aware. I shared the live with him, so hopefully he'll pop on. Um, because he's like, "Mama, this is like different. I never really experienced it. And then he lived in a certain area and he saw some things that was coming to light to him. He was like, "Oh wow, mama, this is really happening." So you was right. It is in my blood. I said, "I told you. It's in our blood. You're gonna pick up on things that you never thought you would pick up on.
Right.
Like you will see people."
Right.
And I told him this our conversation, this was our conversation the other day. And I said, keep your eyes open for people who don't look like us, who look not normal, because we do have some. So
Right.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So
In addition to spirits, it's other entities that walk the earth.
yes.
Don't just
Hmm.
be that ignorant to believe that we are the shit and we're the only ones that's here.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're not here alone. And have you ever seen someone that you've met that looked irregular to you, that didn't look quite right? That's
Yes,
that's your
I've
sign right
seen.
there.
Yes, I've seen a whole live person that claimed to be a person that they weren't, and I actually addressed them about it, and they told me that they suffer from some kind of condition, and I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. I know what you are, and it's okay.
Right.
But what was amazing about it is I saw through her contacts, and I saw her eyes. Her eyes were green slits.
Wow. And what did she, and then after that, um, did her whole demeanor change after you said all those things to her?
Yeah, she was very kind, nice, or whatever. We had a friendship or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then one
Mm-hmm.
day we were sitting watching the news because we was exchanging shifts, and they were talking about UFOs when the government finally admitted that it was real.
Yeah.
She said to me, I don't know why people would be afraid of UFOs. We should be afraid of y'all. Y'all the ones that hurt people. And
Oh
that's what
wow.
she said. And she was like, you have a
Wow.
good day and I'll see you later.
Oh my. Okay.
And what's
That
funny
was
is,
good.
you know how people make a correlation between aliens
Hmm.
and the Aztecs,
Yeah.
Mexican people, Hispanic people. The
Hmm.
patient we had was actually a Mexican person.
Mm.
And she was felt like she was watching. Oh, I'm here. I said, what made you get this case? She said, oh, I'm here watching over him.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow, that's different.
It is.
Like
It's
and I like I
people
said,
say
I
they're
mentioned
trying
this
to
to my
get in.
son. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I'm sorry. When y'all come in, you gotta click
And allow.
allow. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't click allow, you're not gonna get in.
Right.
You gotta give it access to your camera and take a while. You gotta have a strong internet connection.
Mm-hmm. And I think I told you this before. I went to a store. This was in Marlboro, Maryland, I believe, somewhere down in there, and Millsville or something like that. But anyway, long story short, um, there was a lady who came to me out of nowhere. Mind you, I'm over there minding my own business. Okay, I'm in there with my husband. He's in another part of the store. A woman comes to me and says, "Oh, I love your vibe, and you're spiritual, aren't you? Yada yada yada." And I say, "Yes." She's like, "Keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up. And her neck looked kind of weird to me, but I didn't. I thought she was you know. So I was like, she looked kind of not earthly to me. So then I was like, okay, I just left it alone. I ain't saying anything to nobody else. I'm looking around, see if anybody see us talking or whatever. Next thing I know, this woman is gone. Okay, I don't see her anymore in the store. I'm like, what the heck was that? Where did she come from? Okay, but it didn't scare me. And I was like, and I said, to the people, I said, you saw that woman I saw there? That's like, what woman? You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
she came out of nowhere. Like I said, I was in the corner by myself looking through some clothes, and she came to me to start talking about
Hey,
spirituality. So I
that's
guess
how
she was
that
telling me it's okay for
goes.
me to go ahead and do my, my search. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
So,
mean,
after that, I was like, okay.
well, I'm glad you
Yeah.
sharing this, and I'm glad you brave. I guess we're the brave ones. We're the ones that's brave enough to talk about it.
I was like, okay. And I'm going to tell you about this story. I was in a laundromat in Newcastle, Delaware. Mind you, I'm washing my clothes. I sat down. There was a man that's sitting right next to me. Now, mind you, everybody else got shoes on. I mean, shoes. It was cold outside. This man had sandals from back in the day. I'm looking at him like ancient. The shoes didn't look like to me, honey. I wasn't afraid, but I was talking to him. He opened the Bible up. He was reading scriptures and everything like that, right? And I just said, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll check that out and I'll read it." Yada yada yada. Next thing I know, I go to the washer, take my stuff out of the washer or dryer, what have you. And I said to the lady, "Yeah," I said, that's a nice man. She said, "What man?" I said, "The man that I was talking to." She said, "Honey, I know who you're talking about, honey. He been going for years. This man done passed away and everything. He come to me, sitting next to me, telling me what to read." And I had to bring that to my brother-in-law, my sister. Like I said, "Brother, this man was telling me." He said, "Every spirit ain't good spirit." So I was
That's
like,
true.
okay, okay, yeah. He was like, every spirit is not a good spirit. He said, so be careful. And he would, like I said, I was telling him, I was like, he was opening the Bible and giving me scriptures to read and everything. And I'm like, oh, okay. But that's what caught me off guard, his shoes. 'Cause I'm like, it's snowing out here. Why has he got sandals on? Old sandals, like his feet was dusty. Okay. I was like, okay. Yeah, but that was another one I had. I was like, all right then. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
we have people out here, like I said, who aren't who they say they are or portray who they are. There's something else. They're not of us. So
Right.
just keep your eyes open and your ears open, and they will give you an inkling that something is off about them, that they're not like us at all. The neck, the eyes, like Pete stated, the eyes, that'll tell you everything. You know, they're just, yeah,
Angel says a lot of the time you could sense or smell a negative energy spirit. For me, I
yeah.
will get real sick.
Mm, okay, okay, yeah.
Uh,
I know when there's a spirit around, my breathing gets out of whack.
that's
Yeah,
my issue. I get
yeah,
like a
my breathing. Yeah, I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, so that's telling you somebody around, or the temperature in your environment changes
it
dramatically.
drops like to cold. Like what in the
Yeah, you're like, what the heck is going on here? Yeah, you will have that going on too. You'd be like, okay, somebody's here. So who are you? Present yourself. Who are you? What are you doing here? So I always ask those questions. What are you doing here? You know, what do you want to tell me? What's going on? Give me some insight. What are you doing? So you get that environment change so fast. The coldness will come like you're in a refrigerator sometimes you would feel like the air conditioner's on. You're like, okay. Like, I remember one night I was having a discussion with my sister. She was like, my feet are freezing. I said, and what else? She said, oh, it's cold all in the house, and I don't know why. And I was like, okay, that's because mom or dad is probably there with you, talking to you, telling you need to get your health together. Get up off,
yeah.
get up, walk around, do something. Yeah. They're
Have
giving
you
you some
noticed
insight.
that? Not to cut you off, that black people generally
Yeah.
are cold all the time. makes you
Yes.
wonder if we just walking in the midst of spirits.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. But we don't know. We don't know until we, like I say, do that research, find out who you are. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not time wasted either. And then people say, "Oh, I'm wasting my time." No, you're not. This is something you need to know. How spiritual are you?
True.
You need to find that out. You need to find that out.
For
It's really
most,
important, like I said.
religion is easier.
Right. So true. Mm-hmm.
Angel
Yeah.
says a lot of
Well,
times they want to help, and if the spirit feels they are being ignored, they will hound you until you get the message.
exactly. 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 Mm-hmm. Exactly. So true. So true.
That is
Yeah,
true.
they were put things in front of you to wake up, to wake up. You know, I remember I had a recent incident which you know about. I had people in our other home that wouldn't get out, and um, I was told to leave it alone because it's not me. It's not my situation. Back off from it. The ancestors were getting upset with me because I was putting my energy into it, into the situation when I had nothing to do with it. So they like I said, they try to show you, and it's up to you to wake up. Because if you don't see, it's gonna blindside you. You're gonna be out of nowhere. You're gonna be lost. You don't want to be lost. Definitely.
Yeah, that is true.
Mm-hmm. So you
I
guys
could
want to get
share
on
some
this
stories.
conversation? Yeah.
Uh, they are talking in the chat on my page. Angel says, a lot of times I have visitations in my sleep. I get messages, and I have the gift of healing. Was also told I am reincarnation of Shango, a Mami Wata. She said I also have 5 spinoffs. I believe these are my past lives. We could talk about past lives probably on the next show.
Yeah. 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 Because I'm always interested in that type of stuff anyway, sis.
Now,
So
past
Mariah, she was
lives
like, what's this
is
mean?
is deep,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but again, I could share a spirit story.
Okay.
What could I share? What should I share? So many of them. Let's talk about one recent. When Raphael
Mm-hmm.
was here in the studio
Yeah.
and the spirit of his mom's ex boyfriend came in here.
That was deep.
That was
That was deep.
interesting.
That was. That was.
Yep, to get me to tell him to tell her that he's still
Yeah.
there with her.
Mm-hmm.
Never seen this man in my life. I don't know Raphael's mom. None of that. So that was an interesting spirit to me.
That was. Yeah. That was just out of nowhere, like you said. Like, and you was down to the T too with everything. He was like, yeah, yeah. That was something.
About his
Yeah.
mom
That
liking to
gave me chills.
dance.
And yes. Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm. 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 Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that was different.
Yeah. So. Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
So what are we going to talk
And
about next week?
we're gonna talk about our past, what we were, past lives.
Past lives.
Yeah.
Would that be interesting? Because I'm not sure if people actually know of their past life. Whoever said hello, hi. I don't know if people know about their
Right.
past lives.
Wouldn't you want to know who you were? You know. And I remember my discussion, sis, when I said to you, I love a lot of black and gold, and I love the cats and everything.
Yeah.
And we were going into that about what I was because I love everything black and gold totally. You see me cream and
I'm
black.
I'm going to be honest with everybody. In order for you to actually get into a past life, you have to ascend. Once you go through the ascension process,
Mhm.
you see a lot. But once you start seeing your past lives, understand that you may not have too many incarnations left because you're
Right.
the whole thing about, and this is my belief, and if anybody else believe different, chime in. That whole thing about the veil dropping is about the veil between lives. And
Mhm.
when you start to remember in other incarnations, you have learned the lessons that you needed to learn, and then you can ascend. You won't come back here. You probably, like for me, I believe I only have 2 lives left. And
Mhm.
just to get a little deeper, everything that human beings do, understand that it derives and comes from some place. There's never nothing
Mhm.
new under the sun. So like when you play these video games and they show you when you die, you get another man and all this other stuff. That's derived from reincarnation. Jesus is not the only person that
Mhm.
reincarnates for my sensitive religious folk. And I encourage you to YouTube reincarnation, go research. Good evening, Brenda. Do all of those things so you could get a perfect understanding. And then we can have real conversations, especially about reincarnations. But our
Mhm.
topic for tonight is, do spirits exist? I say yes. Tabosha
Mhm.
says yes. A lot of people have said yes. And if spirits don't
Mhm.
exist for you, is nothing wrong with that. It's just that you haven't gotten to that space. And maybe you won't get to that space in this lifetime. Maybe you'll get to it in another one. It's nothing wrong.
So true. So true. Mhm.
Brenda says spirits exist, absolutely exist.
Mhm.
And I, like I said, I
Yeah.
live and see them all the time. I'm just, when they come at this point, I'm just looking like, okay, what do you want?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Not
You know,
today.
please not today. Yeah. You'd be like, okay,
uh
what? What do you want?
Diane
Yeah.
has a question. She said, what does it
Okay.
mean if anything spiritual will you consistently feel sleepy and seriously fall to sleep off and on? I don't care how much sleep or rest you would have gotten. Have you ever experienced that?
No, I haven't.
Okay. I have experienced that, Diane. First questions I'm gonna ask you. When you keep falling in and out of sleep, do you look at the time? Does the time seem like it's flipping back and forth, like flipping, 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 flipping? When I did that, that was like 3 or 4 years, five plus years ago. And that was me going through the ascension process. I would keep falling
Mm.
asleep. I would fall asleep. It would say 11 o'clock at night, and then I'll get up and look at the clock, and it'll say 10 o'clock, and then I'll get back up again, and it'll say 12. Then I would get back. It was like I was jumping in and out of time
What?
to the point I was confused.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized that I was going through an ascension process. Along with me doing all of that, jumping in and out of time, I started noticing different things in my life. Like I started meeting different people, and they would
Mm.
talk to me and just sharing their experiences. Like I would meet World Trade Center survivors, uh men that were attracted to trans women, just people with different experiences
Princess.
that I
Wow.
had to sit in and listen and learn. That's what it felt like.
Mhm.
And one other thing that I've noticed when I started doing that is that my ex-husband started to say he didn't recognize me.
What?
And even though I recognized him, I felt like he
Mhm.
wasn't the husband that I had before. It felt like I was jumping through
Mhm.
time and I knew
Mhm.
him, but he wasn't the person that I
That,
knew
yeah. Right.
before. Like we was on two
Wow.
different planes. So that's
Mm.
my answer to you, Diane.
Mm.
Yes, I have experienced that wake, sleep pattern. And something told me to take a look at the time.
Mm.
So I believe that I was just jumping in and out of realms, just jumping, jumping, jumping,
Mm.
jumping, jumping, meeting different kinds
Wow.
of folks, and just. But it was my ascension process. And
Mhm.
then after I did all of that, that's when I
Mhm.
started seeing other things like past
Okay.
lives and things of
Mhm.
that nature.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Angel said time speeding up and down. Yep. It always happens. It's like I'm out of time. Like I'm here and I know
Mm.
the time, but I'm in and out of it.
Mm. Like a movie. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm
Wow.
jumping in and out of time.
Mhm. That's crazy. Wow. That's deep. Yeah. I mean, like when I meditate, I feel as though somebody's there with me when I meditate. When I close my eyes, have you ever meditated when you feel like somebody's there?
At this point, I don't meditate.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't meditate. I just live, and then whenever they want to speak, they speak, and
Mhm.
whenever they don't, they don't.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I'm not
Now and
at a
then I'll
point of
do that.
meditation anymore.
Okay. Yeah, I do that now and then. Like I feel as though my mind needs to get it together. I'll sit and chill and meditate a little bit, calm myself down for whatever's going on, and then I wake up real fast because I feel like somebody's there. Like I can't keep my eyes closed. I feel like someone is there with me. So I'll hurry up and open them. Yeah.
Yeah, angels
So,
say they just pop up on me no matter what time.
oh my.
Yes. Diane said when she meditates, she feel another presence around her.
Yeah. I thought I was the only one. Like, okay, open your eyes. What's going on here? Yeah. It's like I don't know, like something said, open your eyes. Yeah. Like somebody's there with me. Because I'm deep into it at that moment. That's what makes me like, okay, am I going to something that I'm not supposed to be? But I'm deep in it and I feel it. And then I feel like somebody's right there around me. And that's what makes me open my eyes. Because I feel a presence there. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So I'm going to share another spiritual story about a spirit when
Hmm.
we started going through the pandemic, and I came home from work after doing your lovely show, and you and Raphael and the message I was supposed to give to his mom, give to him
Yeah.
for his mom. So I went
Yeah.
upstairs, and my room was definitely cold like the Arctic.
Oh gosh.
So I said, whoever you are, I'm very tired. I just don't have time. So I took my bath. I laid down or whatever. And that's when Smack came a little later, and
Hmm.
she laid down or whatever. So then something came behind me, and they was humming, and they said shh, and they put their arm around me and was humming, and my body temperature started getting hotter and hotter and hotter and hotter, like the sun, right? So when I got up, well, sorry, so I tried to get up and I couldn't move my body. So I just was just laying there like, okay, I can't move my body. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's going to be what it is.
Right.
So I just laid there burning up. So then Smack got up and went to work. And so I finally woke up and I had sweat pouring all down my body. And I jumped up and went to the bathroom because it felt like I had to throw up. And
Mhm.
all this mucus just came out my body.
I remember you telling me that story.
So
Mhm.
then I got a call from my job and they said, you need to go get a COVID test. I said, why? They said, because two or three of the nurses had COVID. I think that spirit was a family member and
Mhm.
she pulled all of that out of my body.
Mm.
Because when I went in the morning and I spit up so much that it was unreal. But when I tested
Mhm.
for COVID, never
Yeah.
had it, never test positive, nothing.
Mm. That's crazy.
So,
I
Angel
believe
said, yes,
that.
that part. They always want to show up when you trying to chill.
Yeah.
So, I said all of that to say your spirits that you fight, some of them are your protectors. So, you might be pushing off someone that's there to help you. They exist. Unfortunately, we have been brainwashed not to want to hear it or believe it, so we shut them out and we walk into this wilderness of this world alone. And a lot of things happen to us because we not in tune. I could give you another protector spirit story. Do you have a story, Tobocius? Okay, so for those of you that are listening and will watch later, here's another protective story. Again, spirits do exist. When I was, I say about 16 years old, I grew up in East Orange, New Jersey. I was coming over the bridge on 4th Avenue. I'm sorry, not 4th Avenue, Park Avenue.
Mhm.
And I'm being young and dumb, and my parents told me, don't go over that bridge, and you need to be over the bridge before it gets too dark because something can happen. But I wanted to be fresh and grown. So I walk over the bridge, and as I get mid bridge, a man walks behind me and puts a gun behind my back. He tells me, when you get to the end of the bridge, I want you to turn to the side, and
Mhm.
then I'll give you the rest of the instructions so I can feel this thing in my back. When I get to the middle of the bridge, a force comes up on the side of me and says, run. I feel whatever that man have in my back move from my back, and I take off running like the wind. When I get a block ahead, I turn around. I see the man bent over like backwards, and he's screaming. And I'm looking, but no one's there. And when they let that man go, whatever it was, he looked up at me and he turned around and took off running the other way. And I took off and kept running home. So I want to tell people, get in tune. And a lot of people going to hear this and think I'm Looney Tune, but I'm not. This is a true and living experience. So not all spirits are there to harm you. I done lost Tabosha. She'll be back. Not all spirits are there to harm you. There are some really great benevolent spirits that are here to guide you and to protect you. And I wanted to share that. But we so caught up in not wanting to embrace that side of ourselves that we miss out.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was my story. If this camera shut off, don't go nowhere. I'ma just go into my other avatar mode because I see people joining in. Is this helping anyone? Are you feeling helped? Are you enjoying this conversation? I see people staring at me. Tell me if this is what you enjoy. We'll do this every Sunday at 5 p.m. And if you think I'm a crazy bitch, say that too. I don't mind. Taboshes is back. All right. Angel said, helping me. Diane said, I agree with you. So many of our people miss out. Delisa said, yes, I'm definitely enjoying this.
Awesome. Awesome.
And
Yeah,
to be
you ever
honest,
have this feeling like you're mhm.
I was about to say, to be honest, if you stay tapped in with your spirit guides, they'll actually also tell you what your journey is supposed to be here. They'll tap you right on into what you're supposed to be doing. Angel
Mhm.
says, thanks, yes. I will be on. You're not crazy. I'm happy our people are talking about this. Diane said, you all are both helping me. Angel said, I think
Oh,
as a people are automatically tied to the spirit realm. I think we ignore it out of us.
yeah. I believe so.
But
Mhm.
that's where the fight starts. The internal conflict. Like when I met you, I
Mhm.
felt like you was in internal conflict.
And I was. Mhm. Yeah. And it was time for it to show up. You know what I mean? Move on, basically. So that's what I did. I moved on, and I had to do that for me. And I feel better than I ever felt. You know,
Yeah, you are a
because
ray of
you helped me.
sunshine.
I found me, but you helped me more to find me. Yeah,
No, you
yeah.
found yourself.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
I was just there to give you some words.
Yeah, some guidance. Yeah, like, girl, go ahead, accept it, girl. Yeah. So that's what I did. I accepted who I am. And when I did that, I feel so much better. I feel vibrant. I'm a whole different person. People are like, what happened to you? I'm me. I'm me. I'm who I'm supposed to be right now. Because then I don't know who that was, but now this is me, the real me. I'm living a vibrant life where I'm supposed to be. I'm not let nothing bother me anymore like I used to. I just look, it is gonna be this whatever it's gonna be, that's what it's gonna be. I'm not sitting there crying and worrying about this and that no more. I'm not doing none of that. I wash it up. I'm good.
I know that's right. I
Yeah.
know that's right.
Hmm.
Angel said it was beat out of our people. The spirit realm was beat out of us.
Yes, it was. And she's right about
Angel
that.
also said we as a people was forced to feel who we really are. If we all unify in the spirit realm on a positive level, we will be so powerful. Diane
Hmm.
said, sis, thank for sharing that. You just delivered me.
Oh,
Angel said, running from yourself takes too much energy. I've been there too. You are so much more happy when your purpose is found. So I just
yes.
want to tap into what you just said about the beating out of us, Diane. I'm gonna take it a little further, and this probably gonna go over a lot of people's heads, but I just want you to bear with me, and you can tell me if you don't agree. Now, imagine if everybody was tapped into the Creator, right?
Mm-hmm.
All this stuff that we have out here, like cameras on the streets watching us, cameras and on TV, all of this stuff that the government got going on, right? To watch us. If we all was collectively connected into the Creator, we wouldn't have to verbally speak. You would get a download, and they wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be able to even pick up on that. We'll be in complete
Mm-hmm.
unison, and there's nothing they'll be able to do with us. The government or whoever the powers that be wouldn't be able to do anything with that. That is the whole goal of religion, to keep us divided, to keep your mind in spaces, homophobia, racism, all of that stuff is designed to keep your mind busy because they don't want you to tap in. Because once you tap in, you move without words. It'll be automatic downloads.
Yeah.
And they can't even pick up what you're doing and can't figure it out. But again, we don't believe that's all boogeyman supernatural stuff. But I will tell you, you do it already. You just don't realize it. You do it on a smaller scale. You do it with your children. When you
Mm-hmm.
have that inkling that something is going on with your child, that's you tapping in spiritually, a spiritual line with your child. You do it with your best friend. Y'all be in the house and y'all both all of a sudden want the same thing to eat, or y'all want to do the same thing. Y'all are sending pictures. That is a download. We do it. We just don't know how to do it on a larger scale. It's
Mm-hmm.
called plugging in, and we are not plugged in. Hence, get plugged
Yeah.
in. Don't you see that?
Yeah.
So we don't realize it. Everything is a distraction. Everything is designed to keep you from getting to that source that's within you. You're supposed to
Mm-hmm.
connect with it and run with it, and it'll work. That's our ticket to ending everything. We gotta go in. We won't go in. We don't want to deal with the pain. We don't
Right.
want to deal with the sorrow. We don't want to deal with anything. We don't understand that it's a temporary space. This body, this
Mm-hmm.
meat suit, temporary space is like a rental apartment.
Mm-hmm.
When the soul just goes out of this meat suit, you get another apartment. That's all it is. It's an apartment. But I'm done with that.
Mm-hmm.
Angel said, well, Diane said, wow, sis, you are so right. Angel said, you know, that is the reason years ago they outlawed playing African drums. That says a lot. Well, music is supposed to be medicine.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's all it is. It's medicine.
Mm-hmm. And some of it you have to be careful as well. Um, yeah. Mm-hmm. Because our ancestors, that's what they done. Yes.
Angel said, I wish this meat suit was taller.
uh, I can't.
I
Yeah.
can't either.
But that's
Oh
what
my
that's where we at. That's where we are. We got to know who we are within us, and
We
don't be
do.
afraid don't be afraid to accept who you are. Just let it happen. It's going to come to you out of nowhere, you know. When that happens, you know, find out what it's really about when it does. Like, okay, I need to do some research and find out who I really am because this just happened to me. Why did this happen to me? I mean, I remember my husband was in the shower one day and he said to me, "Honey, my son was here." And I was like, who?" He said, "No, the one that passed." And I said, "He was here?" He said, "Yeah, in the bathroom. He was looking at me." Like, what?
Mm,
He's, maybe he's trying to tell you something. You know, he
probably.
wasn't scared. He wasn't scared. I had to charge my phone. He wasn't afraid or anything like that. He just said he came to see me, but it when he came to him, it looked like a picture, like somebody was holding him, but they weren't holding him at that moment. So he said, "Okay," he just looked, and then he said, "I saw other people in it too, and I didn't know why." So yeah, but now, it's like at first my husband was looking at me like I was crazy, I was weird, and all that kind of stuff. So now he's seeing things. So I'm like, okay, this is what I'm talking about. Somebody who sees and understands where I be coming from. I'm not weird. I'm not crazy. I'm not delusional. This is real. This stuff is happening. So if you have a mate who's like looking at you like, what? What's wrong with you? Nothing. I come to find out who I am. And maybe it's within them too, and they just afraid to tell you that. You know,
That's true. All right, so
that's a
I'm about to get into my avatar because the
okay.
camera died.
Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, my phone is trying to act weird on me here. But like I can't see the comments or anything, but it's really important that you find out who you are within you. Like I said, I'm not afraid to know me. You know, it's like I never knew uh what this really was. And then when it came to me, I'm like, okay, I need to find out and do research and find out what this is. And some of our ancestors, like we've talked about before, some of our ancestors um, did have these abilities, where they seen things, where they did, psychic readings and what have you, stuff like that. And come to find out, um, like Harriet Tubman, she would see these sightings and pass out, and after she passed out, she would see the sightings or what have you, and then wake up, and then when I went to finding, like I said, when I went there and they told me about her traveling through there, so you guys need to do some research on that. She traveled through there, and a lot of slaves actually traveled through Camden, Delaware. So do your research on that because when I went there, they told me all these things, and I felt her spirit in there. She is in there in this place called Fighting Avalon, and you will feel the warmth that she is there in her presence. So it's really truly amazing. Um, so I hope you guys continue watching what we have to talk about, on Sundays because this is the time to really find out, about you, you know, um, pass it on to your children, your grandchildren, let them, know what's within you and, don't hide that. So it's really important. Okay, I'm waiting for her to get on. Oh, there I am. Oh, so I can't see any comments.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yes, I hear ya.
Okay.
I can't see any comments.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear ya.
All right. So I'm a little bit frozen. All right, let me turn this down. All right, so we back on.
Mm-hmm.
Angel said, "Could she share this live?" Sure.
Oh, my thing keep going out. What in the
Someone said,
world?
"Wow, I need to go to experience that." Okay, so let me go back. Delisa said, "When my mother passed, I had a form of peace come over me. I had no idea what that was. I'm the youngest, and my siblings were taking it so hard, and I was so calm and peaceful. I never understood how that happened." And who else is up there? Let me get to Moshe's back. You're back.
I'm back. I don't know what was going on. I'm like, what the world?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can share this live. You can always share this live. Please share the live.
Yeah, it's really important that we do that. So
Tabosha,
everybody can
share
join.
a story so I could change the battery.
Shit. Change the story. Mm, okay. You ever you ever walked and you felt that you ever this is what it is. One night I was walking. It was back in the day. I was walking and the sky was like really weird, like a Halloween night, but it wasn't Halloween. The sky looked like it was Halloween. It looked creepy, okay? I'm walking up a hill and I tell you, I was afraid and I wasn't afraid, but I kept feeling like somebody was behind me. You ever feel that feeling like somebody's like right there with you? I'm walking, there's people outside doing crazy stuff, what have you, and I felt like somebody was protecting me while I was doing this journey, walking home in the middle of the night, coming from work. And it was like when I got to my destination, I felt safe. Like somebody walked me home. You ever feel like that? Have you ever had that happen to you? Like you think somebody's with you? You ever felt that, sis?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I'm like, I'm not by myself. I want and I felt like that, like I was shielded. That's how I felt. I was shielded and protected. That's how I felt. And I was like, okay, I don't know what this is. And I was young at the time, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what this is, but this feels weird. But when I got to my destination, I said, okay, somebody protected me on my way to my journey to my house, and that's how I felt. So that's why I say it's really important that you try to find out your spirituality within you, because at that time I didn't know what it was because I was young, so I didn't know what was going on with me. I guess it was trying to tell me maybe, but I felt weird. Like I felt like somebody was shadowing me, protecting me, and I felt safe. Like nobody can hurt me. I am good. Somebody got my back. And that's how I felt. It was like yesterday, like I still feel it. Like I felt protected. So, that's why I say it's so important for you to do this. Find out. Don't just throw it over your head. Do some research. Please do that. I can't say that enough. And call in and get on a conversation as well. 302-312-3534. Get in on this conversation and share it as well, because everybody needs to get on this conversation.
I can't believe we are still on here. We started at 5. It's almost 7.
I know. Where did the time go? It's like 6:50. Yeah.
Well, I guess
So I
people
mean,
needed this.
yeah, an outlet. Some people need to hear it. Like I said, you can't get enough of that. And I shared it as well. So hopefully people, are looking in and hopefully they're commenting as well because it's really important
They are
for
actually
us.
commenting on my personal page.
Okay, okay.
Somebody want to
Yeah.
know, do you have a message for anyone?
Do I have a message?
Yes, do you have a message? You know, I have a, every time I say I have a hard time with that, I end up doing it.
Do I have a message? Whoever you are, need to go ahead and get that physical. Whoever you are. Just saying.
Get the physical. Who is it?
Somebody needs to get a physical. Who is that? Very important. Somebody
Oh,
going through
wow.
something. Who is it?
Wow.
Somebody needs to
Deep.
get a physical. Hmm. Who are you?
You know that's deep, right?
Yeah.
That is so deep. Somebody got to get a physical. Who is it? I don't have a message for anyone tonight.
But whoever you are, you need to get yourself checked. Whoever you are on this live.
Wow. That is so deep. I mean, I don't have a message for anyone. Does anybody else have anything they want to say, or anybody feeling like they need something, get a checkup, or do something to take care of their personal health?
It's somebody. Don't
Wow.
be afraid.
All right.
But
So
it's
I'm at my
somebody.
desk now.
Okay.
I'm at my
Your
desk.
favorite
Yes.
spot.
I had to change because my camera went out, but I didn't want to leave people in a lurch. I realized that this conversation, and maybe I should do it from my desk or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
You look comfortable. You look comfortable.
oh, I'm always comfortable at my desk. You know I love my desk. You know I
You
love my
always look so
desk.
comfortable. Like this is made for me. I'm supposed to be right here at this seat
Yeah,
right
this
now.
is my desk. Hello, everyone. I had to switch because the camera died. I didn't think we was gonna go over the time, but great conversation, and people need
Yeah.
this or
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah. Yeah.
on a Sunday. I mean, it's therapeutic, and
It
I'm
is.
glad that we can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Angel said, well, to be very honest, that has crossed my mind while I was on the bus. So you are correct. I haven't told my wife either yet. So whoever you had that message for, yes, she said it's been on her mind and she needs to do it.
It came right to my mind like somebody needs to get a physical, and I'm glad that you you're gonna do that because don't hold it in, you know, um, just go ahead and get that done because it's really important, and
Yeah.
you need to take care of yourself. Do that.
Yeah.
My breathing just got out of whack, but do that.
Yeah. Bring it back. Bring the breathing back.
Okay.
Angel said, this is church for us spiritual people.
Oh,
Well, that's why it's
that's what
spiritual Sundays. We wanted to give you church and
Yeah.
camaraderie and you not to feel alone.
Yeah.
Um, because
Mm.
we aren't, I am not religious, I'm spiritual.
Mhm.
Um, we have people watching us and they're not saying anything. People say hello to us.
Say
Even if you just
hi.
feeling the vibe and getting the message, just jump in and say hello. I got the
Yeah.
time. I done
Yeah.
moved to my comfy desk instead of behind the studio glitz and glamour. I think maybe I'll do it from here. That way everyone feels more comfortable.
Yeah, that homey look.
That
Yeah.
homey vibe. This is
Yeah.
my actual desk where people come and sit and chat with me.
In that chair there, the green and white chair.
Yeah, my little chair. Well, the green and white chairs on the side. It's sort of like my little therapy space, I guess. Um,
Oh,
Forgive all this stuff I got here. I'm a businesswoman at the end of the day.
yes.
Diane says, sis, please, what does it mean for you when you have issues with your breathing? When I For me, because I have when I get the messages and I have to tell you, it it takes a lot out of me.
Hmm.
It's a great toll and task. So when I finished doing it, I had to bring myself back. I had to catch my breath. And this is normally the part where my significant other is like, babe, that's it. You can't say the world. That's it. Come on now. You gotta stop. And I'm like, but I want to help. No, you're losing energy. It takes a lot
Hmm.
out of you. When you
Hmm.
lay down,
Hmm.
you're exhausted. And she
Hmm.
always tells me that. So that's what the breathing portion of it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It takes a
Mine is just,
toll.
it does because you have something important to tell somebody. When I think mine is like when I have like I have something to tell you about health wise. That's when my breathing gets intense because it's something that important that you need to work on. Yeah. So it's something when you have to go get yourself. It's something about health. I don't know what it is, but my breathing gets out of whack when I tell somebody to go get themselves a physical or something like
That's a
that.
damn message to tell. Yeah, it
Yeah.
gets. And you've seen me do it. Like if
Yeah.
y'all and I do it, I'll be like, afterwards and I'm like, okay, I gotta pull it because it's so much.
Yeah. It's like if you have a
It's
collar on, you're like,
strain.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be
So
like, oh my God, it's the drain. I gotta
get it
dial it
together.
down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And somebody else needs to slow down.
Somebody needs to slow down.
Whoever you are, you need to slow it down. And you know what I mean? Slow down.
Probably the people that's looking at us that's not saying nothing.
You're working too hard. Whoever you are, you're doing too much. You need to take it easy and relax. You need to take some time out for you, whoever that is.
Angel say, yes, Diane need that answer. She breathed off, heart pounded. Yes, I understand. Diane said, you are the one who helped me with finding out that I am a conduit of spirits. Oh, she inboxed me. And
Okay.
that's the person I told you. She was just telling me something. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
What I felt was that she's the person that can have spirits come inside of her and go
yeah,
back out. But she got to be
yeah,
careful because when you're like that,
yeah,
if a negative spirit come and jump into you, you don't want that.
yeah. I don't
It's
want nothing
just
like
not
that. Oh my
good.
goodness. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. So there are people who are like that actually.
Oh, that's a
That
whole nother story for us too. Oh, let's tell them spirits don't have to come in human form. They could
no, they do not.
come as animals. Tell them about the snake spirit that kept coming.
Okay. This is okay. One night, I'm making sure. One night I was sleeping and I wanted to get up, but I couldn't get up. The more I was trying to get up, the more tightened my ankles felt. But Peach noticed, she said to me, there's a black snake around your ankle. So I'm like, okay.
She just came and did her studio time, and I looked, and I kept seeing the snake wrapping around. I'm like, why is the snake wrapping around her? What is going on?
And it was just, and I kept telling her, I said, I felt like somebody is around my ankles, like trying to keep me from moving forward, like keeping me bounded. That's how I felt, like, like you can't move at all. And I'm like, okay, what the heck is going on here? And then, yeah, it came out. So spirits are in different
You might as
species.
well, you might as well go into the whole story for her to understand
Okay.
about what kind of person she is. And so to extend her story, I kept seeing a snake around her, and I was telling her, remember the one day I said to Boshes, the snake is going to reveal itself.
Yeah.
So you were just
Mhm.
bringing people around, or whatever was
So
funny.
I was just bringing
You
people
was
for her to
calling
tell me who it
people
was.
like, is it this person? I'm like, no. And then she brought this one lady,
Hmm.
and I'm like, it's her. It's her. And then she said, didn't the girl admit that she was your snake
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
you? She admitted it. But she
Hmm.
said that I don't mean to be that way. And we had a talk, and that she was sitting in my chair. See, my chair's on the side over here. And that's when I realized that she was like you, Diane. Um begins to tell me a story, but I knew, I'm like, okay, you're the kind of person that you just let entities just jump in and out of you. And then she proceeded to tell me a story about her family, about how they knew something was going to be wrong with her. And remember that she said they was trying to kill her, but she
Hmm.
remembered that they wanted to kill her and stuff. She remembered things from the spirit realm that she brought into the flesh that she knew that they was trying to do. So she would tell her family, I know you was trying to kill me, and they knew it.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
they was telling her why, and that's what she, said, yeah, things be coming inside her body, want her to do different things. And I knew it, but I was concerned for Taboches. I said, well, that's what makes her dangerous, because she doesn't have the conscious mind to be able to control these things. She just lets it happen. She just whatever just lets it happen, and that's what makes her the snake. But she readily admitted it, which
Hmm.
was crazy.
And she was, and I remember our conversation that her and I had. She said, I want to protect you from these people. I need you to stay away from these people. And I knew who she was talking about. But they kept calling. Like she said, they kept trying to connect with me every which way but loose. And that's when she said, yes, I was trying to protect you from them because they're harmful. And I know who they are and they're staying away. So yeah, but it was just, I wasn't, I just felt, well, I wasn't afraid, but I was wondering what was going on with me because I kept feeling like I couldn't get up out the bed, like somebody is holding me down, like you're not going nowhere. You need to stay right here. And then when I, like Pete stated, I came to the show and she saw it around my ankle, and I was like, wow, that's it. And I kept bringing people there. I kept bringing people there so she could tell me who it is. Because I couldn't see them. You know what I mean? Because I was drained, like my ability for me to see, feel, all those things, like it was draining me. Like I said, I couldn't do anything. I didn't want to do anything. Like I was dragging, like if you got bit by a snake and it takes everything out of you to where you're weak. That's how I was feeling. But it was like the tightness of the snake was tightening up around my ankles to where I couldn't move. So yeah,
Yeah.
that
So
was
the
the
moral,
story.
Yeah, the moral of that is, Diane, it seems like I've been watching your videos and stuff. It seems like you got a better hold of yourself. It's not like
Mhm.
you're like the other lady that
Mhm.
just it's like she just an open vessel, like just take me and do whatever. I just want to indulge, and it was just a little weird. She was just strange to me. Like, okay, you want to embark on a journey of doing all these weird things. You are open to it. That's what you really want. It was like, for me, I could feel the sin on her, and it was crazy. I'm like, okay, I can feel it.
Mhm.
So, but Diane doesn't give me that feel like she did. So, you're not the
Mhm.
only person in the
Mhm.
world like how you are, Diane, and you're not crazy. You're
Mhm.
just crazy to the ones that aren't where we are. They haven't evolved to that space yet.
Right. Yeah. So so just be aware of who you surround yourself with and things like that. And like she said, the girl that said that came out that she was the snake, she was trying to protect me from people who were trying to harm me, which I keep myself away from them. So, she's like, I wouldn't harm you. And I know that, but, but it's just that people try to do things to you, to keep you from manifestation, abundance, prosperity. They try to keep you down so where you don't move, you know, where you need to be. So they try to keep you where you are. So just be careful who you surround yourself with and things like that because everybody's not for you, if you understand where I'm coming from with that. Um, some people don't cheer you on. So just be careful of that kind of stuff. People tend to tag on you for the wrong reasons. So just to say that to you.
So, Angel said, what if you see celebrities that have passed on and have to give you a message? I get that a lot. I mean, to me, it doesn't matter if they're a celebrity or not.
Yeah,
They're a person.
yeah, yeah. So whatever they're trying to show you, it must be important for them to show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even to protect you. So, they do give you insight of things for you to open your eyes. And if they show you so many times and you don't get it, you're on your own. Basically, because they will let you know, look, I'm trying to show you something here. You need to take heed. Your ancestors will tell you that and show you that. Yeah,
Angel said, this
because
is a safe channel for us. And yes, people can be spiritual leeches. Oh, yeah, Angel. And you know what I find funny about people that I've encountered that are spiritual leeches don't even realize that's what they are. They don't even realize that's why they're there in your life and why they like you, because they
hmm
like that energy and they latch
hmm
on to it, even though
hmm
they mistreat you and do
hmm
you wrong. And then, you know, they can't understand for some reason. I can't stand you. You're not my type, but I just can't leave. Because there's leeching off of that energy and they want
hmm
it. And they want it for
hmm
themselves. They want to
Yeah.
recharge off of you, but they don't want any real responsibility or a great relationship with you. But I'm lucky enough to not be going through that at this moment. But I've had
hmm
people that were like that. I've also been in relationships with people that were like me, that saw things, and that gets a little bit difficult.
hmm
I find it very difficult for men to function in the spirit.
hmm
It's hard for them to find a balance. And I
You're
think
right.
that has something to do with them balancing the yin and yang of themselves, the masculine and the feminine.
hmm hmm
When you have that gift, and if you can't balance that, then it drives you to insanity.
Yeah.
I notice a lot of them probably go over to the schizophrenic because it's just too much. They can't balance the masculine and feminine. They don't want to recognize that as dual beings. We have to
Mhm.
have that because the creator is a dual spirit. You
Right.
create what you know.
Mhm.
You know, the creator just can't be a man because what would
Right.
be the reason or the inspiration for you to create a woman if you don't know that experience? Just doesn't make sense. So I
Mhm.
think for men it's hard for them to balance.
Mhm.
Diane said the spiritual things that I experience is a part of my divine destiny. I have finally come to accept things as they are now. Angel said, yeah, they sit in the house and say nothing what to tell. Their life stories want to confess their issues, follow you around, etc. Yes. Yeah, that's how spiritual leeches are. You just got to
Yeah.
be careful with that.
Yeah. Because they will drain you. Yeah. And you don't. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't
Mhm.
want that because you have a bigger
Mhm.
purpose. I think people with these different gifts to do things, you have a purpose of being here. In time, if you continue to follow the path, you'll find out. I
Right.
realize everything that I'm doing with the LGBT, with the education and all of that. I was actually told by the ancestors that, because I asked, I said, well, why do I got to take this road? And they said, this is just a piece. Everybody has a piece to end all of this discrimination and separation. Y'all have to come together to end everything. So your
Mhm.
piece of it is to work on LGBT discrimination and get people to see that it is wrong. Then one person's
Mhm.
piece may be to end racism, and then another person's piece may be to say, okay, well then we got to do something different. But at the
Right.
end of the day, it's all big. It's one picture with the
Mhm.
same goal, unity.
Right.
And when it was said to me, it expressed to me, then I'm like, okay, I get it. I get it. We all have a piece. We all it's all about unity and how you have to go about it. But you got to know and you got to link up and find out exactly what your journey is. And in order for that to happen, you got to get into the spiritual realm. You got to let these spirits tell you, your
Right.
ancestors, to have these conversations. But because
Mhm.
we are too afraid, we don't never find out.
Exactly.
And I could be honest with you with this spirit thing. Every person I've been with in my life, I saw them before I met them. So I knew they was on my path.
Mhm.
I hear people say I'm always meeting these different people. Da, 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 da. The first thing I say is, what made you get with them? Oh, because it was funny. Well, that's not mine because I got with them because I saw myself with them before.
Mhm.
I knew it was a part of my journey. I was supposed to
Mhm.
go there and learn something or get something or be with them.
Mhm.
And that comes from being in the spirit. You won't be so aimless like that.
Mhm.
Getting Joe
Mhm.
Blow out the club and having kids and getting married. No, when you connect it, the spirit
Mhm.
will say, show you a little bit of pictures of you with the
Yeah.
person, and then
Mhm.
you get with them, and then you realize, oh my God, I did this with them
I
already.
saw you.
I saw you.
Yeah, because that's how it was with me and my husband. I had a dream of a man, little man, me getting married. He had a black tuxedo on. And then I meet him and I got married. He is my
Okay.
husband. And he's spiritual, just like me. Mhm.
Yes. That's
Mhm.
that's how that works. Your
Mhm.
life is not supposed to be aimless like that.
Right.
I was told as a young girl, you're gonna get married 3 times. And I always tell everybody, oh, you're gonna do this. I'm gonna get married 3 times. I already know how my life going out. I
Right.
done been married twice. I already I'm gonna be in 3 great relationships. Ooh, I'm linked up. I already knew. So I just go along and follow the tea leaves and live.
Mm-hmm. That's
You
it.
know,
Mm-hmm.
but that comes from again this topic. Do spirits exist? Yes, we done told y'all so many ways that they exist and function.
Mm.
Everybody think they just running around going boo, whoo, whoo, whoo,
No,
and blowing in your ear, whoo, and then they taking you and throwing you out the bed and beating you
that is
up.
not how I go.
Yeah, no, they try to do you like the poltergeist or
It's nothing like that.
the
It's nothing like that.
exorcist. It's I mean, it could be if
Mm.
you get
It
a
could
bad
the
one.
bad ones, like I told you, how they pushed my daughter down and stuff.
But the crazy thing is, the bad ones seem to me, if you aren't aware that they're there or how it works, then of course, if I'm a bad spirit, I'm gonna jump on you because you are ignorant. I'm just gonna jump right on in and I'm gonna take over. But if you actually thought about it and paid attention and really honed in and zeroed in on yourself, then that bad entity is not even going to try to deal with that because it's just too much. It's oh my god, I gotta fight with you and you aware of what's going on. I'm not dealing with you. Let me go off to somebody ignorant and just go over there and fuck with them because they don't know no better.
Mm-hmm.
Get an inkling. And for some people that's saying, well, how do I get an inkling? Well, you get downloads. You take the time with yourself, they'll start to guide you. Go to these spiritual places, meet spiritual people, um get into these spots. Again, it all starts with religion is your stepping stone, and then you just come out of that and you evolved and then you move on because you start to realize that religion can't doesn't cover all the different things that you are experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
So that should let you know that it's not the end all be all. It's not the opposite. Oh, if I don't fit into this spiritual mode, then there's something going on with me. I'm bad. No,
That's not
it
it.
means the book isn't the
Mm-hmm.
end all be all. Not you. It's not wrong with you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Diane says sis is the African priestess on this list right now. If so, I desperately need to ask that person an important question. Oh, that's the African priest that I thought was gonna chime in, which is Quran.
Okay.
Is not on here. Quran is an
Mm-hmm.
African priest, two spirited fellow, trans male. But what question do you have? What question do you have? And some of these questions you probably have the answer in yourself. You just got to take the time out.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny. Speaking about the African priest I was talking about, it's so funny. When he came here, it was Tibocious. I like to pass out. He came in my house and he was like, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You a
Oh.
witch. I said, what? He was like, oh no, I'm not messing with you. I ain't fucking with Peach like that. Peach is a witch. I could feel the energy, and he was just looking all around. He was like, "No, you a witch or something? It's something. You're something."
Yeah.
I
That's funny.
laughed. I said, "Oh my god!" I said, "It's so ironic you say that because I'll share it here that my grandfather, my biological grandfather, was a traveling, what y'all would call a witch doctor, doing all these
Mm-hmm.
different things and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So, which I find hilarious. But when he said that, I just laughed. I'm like, what? Well, if you think I'm a witch, I'm Glenda. I'm Glenda. I'm Glenda the good witch. I'm not trying to hurt nobody.
I can't. Mm-mm-mm.
We got four people just staring at us and they're not saying
Well, say
nothing.
something. What is going on? Talk. Say
Say
something. Hello. How
something.
you doing? Come on now.
Come on and do. I don't know. I don't know. Like, we're not doing anything. Come on. All right. So I created a new link
Okay.
for people that want to get on this live.
Okay.
Is what
I'm
it
supposed to take
is.
a I'm supposed to take a call at 7:30. So if it comes through, I'll batch back in if we're still on.
Yeah, I put another link in there, you guys, for y'all to if y'all want to get on. But maybe at 7:30, 10 minutes. What should we talk about? I'll ask these questions for the people that is watching. What should we
Hmm.
speak about next Sunday? What do you guys think the topic should be? Constant belching. Now I know exactly what that sensation means. However, I still have difficulties clearly understand exactly what the message is from my ancestors due to the belching sensation. She's saying that
Mm,
she's having physical experiences.
okay. And
She
who's
know
that?
what the sensation means, Diane. However,
Okay.
I still have difficulty clearly understanding exactly what the message is from the ancestors
Mm-hmm.
due to the belching sensation.
Mm,
I think that that part right there is um just like with the breathing thing or whatever. That part you
mm-hmm.
probably paying too much attention to that part,
Mm-hmm.
but it's probably some more work you need to do to me for the hearing part because for me it's just crystal clear. Like
Like you could
they're
hear
standing
something.
right beside me saying
Yeah,
that
right in your
clear,
ear. Yeah.
that clear.
You could hear it. Yeah. I remember I was sleeping one night and my mom I was sleeping like, you know how you are a baby in your mom's womb. I was laying that way and my mother lay behind me actually in my sleep, holding my hand. And that's how I knew something was wrong with my mother.
Mm,
I woke up and she was in the hospital. She was connecting with me. Yeah.
mm. She
And I
said
didn't know
her
she was in the hospital. Yeah, nobody called me or told me anything. I got up and I said, something's wrong with my mom. Yeah.
She said
Yeah.
her burps do sound like the people. So then it sounds like it's not come for some reason with you it's not coming clear. Cause it should be
Mm,
crisp.
right.
It
Hmm.
should be crisp clear.
Hmm. Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, because
something going on.
you can really hear them like they'll be right in your ear. Yeah.
Yeah, she said it's coming through burp. I mean I think that's two separate things. I think your body is reacting to it being there, but you got to do something internally to clearly hear it.
Right.
Those are just meat suit reactions because the
Hmm.
body can't do but so much. The body can't function in the spirit. If it could, you would take it with you, but it
Right.
stays here. So that's just a response. It's something
Hmm.
that you probably need to do so you can hear it clear. And I'm not sure
Hmm.
what that is. But the burping and stuff, that's bodily stuff. Your body
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
function in the spirit.
Right.
That's my answer to that. Maybe someone have something different, but yeah, your body don't function in the spirit like that. If it did, we would be taking these little meat suits when we die. It wouldn't be no $5,000 for a casket. It was just
Okay.
boof, we going by and just
Excuse
whole
me. Right.
thing going.
Hmm.
But it stays. This is nothing but
Yeah.
an outfit.
Hmm.
So we need you to differentiate and figure out a way how to separate or get that
Yeah.
voice clearer.
Hmm.
Cause I mean, it was a time that I would just see like dreams only, and
Right.
then I just started evolving.
Mm-hmm.
So you could probably just still be evolving.
Mm-hmm.
Give it some time. There go Quran right there. Quran is on here. Quran, you think you could answer that question about the belching and all of that? But for me, again, Diane, you could get another opinion, but to me, like I said, that belching part is separate. That's a reaction to the spiritual experience from the meat suit. It's something that you got to evolve to be able to hear the message. Okay, so Quran, she's saying that when she have contact with the ancestors or whatever, she can't hear the actual message because her body starts to belch and do all of this stuff. She get a belching sensation. To me, again, from me understanding myself, I get a breathing uh depletion when they come and start talking through me.
Hmm.
I'm thinking that that's a bodily reaction. That's your meat suit reaction.
Right.
In the spirit, that's the meat suit reaction by your body because you're still evolving, but your spirit is something different. You have to clear that up. You have to separate the message from that bodily function piece of it. Yeah, because I get a message, I hear it, I say it, and then my body responds by losing
Hmm.
breath. Like, I got to catch
Hmm.
it because I done took this body through a lot.
Right. Hmm.
This body is like, okay, we probably can't do any more readings right now or give any more message because you don't wore this down. Okay, so Quran is saying sounds like it's trying to reject, like your body's trying to reject it.
Mm.
I don't know.
Hmm.
Well, maybe that is a form of rejection because, like I said, when I get
Probably.
the message, my body just I give you the message, but it's like my body's like,
Yeah, my breathing gets out of whack to where I'm like, I need air. Like,
yeah. She said, no,
like
sis.
that.
I said, as a Sagoma, one who has an ancestral calling, this is common. Okay. But I'm telling you, what I'm thinking is just your meat suit reaction.
Hmm.
It's just this meat suit reaction. It's two separate things. Your body can't really have like a spiritual experience. Your spirit has to have it. Your
Right.
body is just responding to what's going on. Everybody got a different response. Like I just told you, I get a breathing depletion. Like I'm having a hard time catching my breath when I do it. Toboshes has a breathing. For you, it might be the belching or whatever.
Hmm.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest. From being a nurse, when people start belching, that's associated with oxygen too.
Yeah, so true.
That is
Hmm.
associated with oxygen.
Hmm. Because your breath is being taken because they're telling you something that you need to say, that you need to get out there to somebody. So it's
Yep.
taking everything within you to tell them.
Yeah,
Hmm.
It's so funny how we talk Quran up. Quran, I was just telling
Wow.
everybody how when you came to my house, you looked around my house and you called me a witch. I just told everybody that. I thought that was hilarious. You looked around and said, "Wait a minute, hold on, Peach, you a witch." I was
I
laughing. I said,
can't.
no, Karan didn't say.
I can't.
I'm like, oh my
Can't.
God. Karan, what made you just bust out and say that I was a witch? Because you looked around was like, no, you're a witch. You're a witch. I'm not messing with Peach like that. She's a witch.
Oh, I can't. Mm-mm-mm.
Smack was like, how does this man know you a witch? I was like, what? Well, you said your grandfather was one. I said, yeah, he was a walking witch doctor. But that don't mean I'm a witch. I
Oh
know the man. No,
my God. That's funny.
that is funny.
Mm-mm-mm. Mm.
Kabra said because of my artwork and the things you had around the house. Well, I'm drawn to ancient old pieces like masks and all that stuff. All those different things. So I was giving you a vibe, Karan. Did I give you a funny vibe?
I can't.
Oh no. So maybe next show, what do we need a topic for next spiritual Sunday? What are we
We
gonna talk
said
about?
past lives
Past lives. I don't know if that'll work because a
because
lot of people
you have a
don't have
story to
one.
because you have a story to tell.
Yes, I do, but a lot of people don't have past
Well, yeah,
lives.
that's true. Yeah, that they would
I
like
mean,
to.
we could talk about it, but I want people to actually chime in. Karan
Okay.
said that's a good topic.
Yeah, I believe it is. It just came out of nowhere. So I said past lives.
How many people watching has actually had a past life for us to have this great conversation next Sunday at 5? I don't want to just be delving into past lives
Right.
and everybody just looking like
Oh God.
Angel
Okay.
said talk about two being in two dimensions at one time. I don't think a lot of people experience that either.
No, I mean I have a lot of with for me, I have a lot of deja vu. I'd be like, hold up, I did this before.
Those is
Yeah.
um that's crazy.
Yeah. I have a lot of that lately. Like I'm like, wait a minute, I was here. I did this already. Yeah.
Diane said that she was told by people in South Africa that the belching is actually a common part of the ancestral
Okay.
is, but that's a bodily response. We're not
Right.
saying that it's not. We're just saying that it's a response.
Hmm.
Bonding. Everybody bodies respond different.
Yeah.
I think you are holding on to this belching. The belching is just a response. It's just a response. Just like I told you, my response is when they come through, I get short of breath. Your response is the belching. It all has something to do with air for some reason.
No matter
Somebody
what,
else,
it has to do with breathing within you. All this it has to do with everything.
yeah,
You
somebody
know,
else response might be something
different.
different. That's just
Yeah.
your body responding to
I
having the
know.
experience.
Right. I know a friend of mine. They swallow hardly. Like they go "Ooh," like that. Like their throat gets kind of locked to where they're trying to swallow, or they do a
Well,
little like
she
that.
says she want to know. You just gotta wait till you finish. It to me, it sounds like you just in the beginning, and as
Stages.
you
Yeah.
keep ascending, you will eventually. You'll hear
Hmm.
it. The belch is not the message. That's not your
Hmm.
message. That's
Right.
just letting you know that something's going on and your body's just responding to it.
Mhm.
Eventually, you'll get to that part. She says, so you basically need interpretation. I think what
Mhm.
she needs for her, what's going to happen for her is after she stop, get over that initial response. I think
Yeah.
eventually she'll start to hear what she needs to hear.
Here, right.
Cause right now she's focusing on when they come, I'm belching, I feel, got to come out of the body, the meat suit, get in that spiritual realm and figure out where the message ain't coming through this meat suit. It's gonna come in the spirit realm.
Right. Mhm.
So that's like with me. If they come and I have to give somebody a message, if I focus on the breathing, I'm not going to hear anything because I'm focused on this. Oh my God, my body's not trying to breathe. What's that?
Right.
Oh God, I feel like I can't breathe.
Mhm.
But when I get past that, I can hear, okay, this
Mhm.
is what you're saying. This is
Mhm.
what I'm supposed to say. And then I
Mhm.
come back and then I realize, I'm short of breath. Okay, I gotta rest.
Mhm.
I gotta
So,
rest.
and I noticed that with you too, because your nose
Yeah, it starts
opens a
to
little bit.
flare
Yeah.
to catch the air.
Mhm. Mhm.
I gotta
Mhm.
get the air. I gotta get the air back.
Like they in here right now. My floor is crackling. Yeah. I hear
Angel,
you. Yeah.
Angel said, I see things when I touch people. That's not strange either.
Mm.
You get like little
Some people.
glimpses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I get that too. Like when I
Do
went to
you?
remember I told you I went to Fridays. I could see get like glimpses of, I could peer in and then peer back out.
Yeah.
Like I see little pictures.
Mhm.
And I'll be like, and then I'll walk off. But I won't, for the most part, I won't say too much.
Mhm. Like that time you picked up on me that I had bronchitis and I didn't know it.
I just go, oh, okay, let me go back in. Boom. Okay, I'm not gonna tell that person nothing.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah, I'll be like,
You was like, get better. I have bronchitis. I was like, and you knew it. Like you said, something's going on with Kaboshes. Hmm. That was crazy.
yeah. I mean, this life. Okay, so I guess we're settled. We talking about past lives next week.
Good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Um, but I want to know. Okay, so since we picked this topic and we're gonna go in deeper next week, what do people? Why do people? What do you think is the reason for past lives? What do you think that is? Why do we have past lives? What do you think it is?
Hmm. Past lives. You know, something that you didn't complete when you were here the first time. I believe
Okay.
you didn't finish something, or there's something that you need to be aware that, like, uh you did something in your past life where you were rich, or you were what do you call those people, magician, anything that's in the past life that you went through in your life, and then you're coming in your new life and doing some of the same things, but some of those things aren't as quite as the same as they were then. Because I know
Okay.
some people who have done that, to where they're like, well, in my past life, I believe I was this, I did this, I was in, like my son, he says, Mom, I was a teacher or something like that. He says to me, or a professor. That's what he said. He said, Mom, in my past life, I was a professor, because he did that little thing. I forget the name of it, but he did that. And he said he was a professor in his past life.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why
Um.
he talks the way he does now.
Angel says because we fucked up in the other life or unfinished. Diane agrees with you. And Karan said because energy never dies, it transcends.
Exactly. Exactly.
I agree with Karan. I just say
Hmm.
for me what I believe from having a couple past lives.
Yeah.
I think that we number one, I think this planet is just an education planet. We're
Yeah.
here to learn, grab experiences, and then once
Hmm.
you grab enough, then you transcend and move on to another
Hmm.
plane. So that's what I believe it is. I don't think it's necessarily because
Right.
we effed all up. I just think that we're just trying to learn. And I think a lot of times that we
Hmm.
allow too many things that go on here to kind of jade what we're here to do.
Exactly.
All of that stuff is
Exactly.
distractions.
Exactly. Exactly. I just said that earlier. Yeah. That
Yeah.
every little thing is a test just to see if it'll take you off where you're supposed to be, your path. You know, that's why I said, I try not to let nothing take me off of what I'm supposed to be doing because it's always something. So like when I called you and I said, my mom's in the hospital now, like what the heck? I just had something else going on. Like what the world's going on? But it's always something to keep me from doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like it was trying to get me from being on here, but I'm on
Yeah.
here. Yeah. So so that's where we are with that. Yeah. So we're easily to get off track.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a good topic. Like I said, I just hope it's relatable to people. And for me,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
at this point, I don't care if people think I'm crazy. I don't give a shit. I already, I done been here
Yeah.
so many times that
Okay.
it's just like, who gives a damn?
Right. Yeah.
You get to come back and do it all over again.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
What the hell
Mhm.
ever.
Mhm. And then, and some people too, those who've been through that, they're like, well, what can I change from what I did before? What can I change?
Hmm.
So maybe I can do
Eh,
this better this time.
Angel says she was a panther in her past life.
My favorite animal.
I've never been an animal. At least everything that I remember has been I have a very ancient one, and I think that's what
Mhm.
those masks and stuff is, all that
Mhm.
stuff that's
Mhm.
relatable to me.
Mhm.
I have a very
Mhm. Mhm.
ancient one, and
Mhm.
I do know that I have a message that I can't remember. It's like
Mhm.
I went back and it's a message that I supposed to, but I can't remember what it is, but I know it's a message.
It's gonna come to you out of nowhere. It's gonna come to you because now you're talking about it. It's gonna come to you. It's
Yeah,
gonna
well,
come
I've
to
been
you.
trying to remember it for months, actually years. I'm
It's
like,
gonna
yo, I
come.
got
It's
a
gonna come out of.
message,
It's gonna come out of nowhere.
and this and that
Hmm.
incarnation, people were trying to kill me for that
Oh, Gina.
particular message.
Oh
So
gosh.
yeah,
Oh,
but I
okay.
have a
I don't want
very
that happening.
ancient, ancient
Hmm. Hmm.
past life memory. I can't say that I have been girls, I have been boys, and then I find it ironic that I come back as an intersex person. So
That is just
like,
weird.
oh, so maybe the spirit just said, let me come into the flesh. You done been
Yeah.
this. Let me drop you down like this.
Let's try this one.
Yeah,
Oh God.
but I do
Mm-mm-mm.
feel
Yeah.
that I only probably got like two more lives left, if that, and then I'm going. I'm going. I'm supposed to just give out all these stories and messages and go. Go on with
And
my
hopefully
life.
people wake up. Basically.
Yeah, I'd say whatever
Hmm.
and then I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Hmm.
do believe, And there's something I have an interesting theory about the LGBT community. I think that once you, I think in everybody's spiritual journey or
Yeah.
incarnation, in your
Yeah.
incarnation, I believe people gonna go on that road, and I think
Mhm.
that the LGBT community just takes you down that spiritual experience, and then you
Mhm.
just go because it's
Mhm.
something different about being LGBT. We are the embodiment of duality living. And like I said, I think the creator is duality, period, because you got to be dual to create two different beings. You got to know what
Right.
it is. So I think
Right.
LGBT people are just that, and everybody's walk, they will become LGBTQ eventually. So, yep. But that sounds crazy, and people are going to be like, oh, I don't believe that because they can't imagine it. Oh, Angel,
Hey,
she's
some people it has some people it has happened to. So I mean,
yeah, I
hey,
have been in my past like little girls, boys, and now I'm just dropped into the body where what's the name is intersex. Angel said I am an intersex person. That's interesting.
mm,
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah, me too, biologically. I'm just not, and I hate this word, Angel. I'm not hermaphrodite. I am my blend is a little different, Angel. So on the outside I present woman, but on the inside I function like male. I have male hormones, all of those different things, male pelvic region. I do have ovaries. I just can't have a baby because I don't produce the hormones. I produce male hormones. So you get the T, you'll get you a nice man wrapped in a woman's body.
I can't. Oh God, I can't.
They'll get you a good man in a woman's body. How about that? But then when you go inside, like my girlfriend, not to be
Like,
nasty, she always be like, "This is I never felt something so tight in my life." Well, because I've never had my anything dilated. I've never, and
right.
probably if science would have, well, not science, if physicians would have had better conversations with parents of intersex children and explained
Mhm.
to them who they
Mhm.
are, then they
Right.
would have a better experience. If they would have told my mother, excuse me, ma'am, let me tell you what they told my mother at birth, and this is funny. When I was born, my grandmother always said I was born in blood. I said, what? She was like, yeah, you was sucking everything out your mom, all the hormones, the female estrogen out of your mother to the point
Four.
you were bleeding when you were born. You had a period
Mm.
every month because I was collecting
What?
estrogen because I wasn't producing it myself.
Right. Right.
So when
Oh my.
I was born with blood. I was bleeding every month. I had a menstrual for a couple
Mm.
months.
Mhm.
So instead of them saying, okay, well, ma'am, your daughter is intersex. She looks like a girl, but hormonally, she produces hormones like a boy. They just told her, oh, you got a little girl. Oh, she just having a little period. She was taking more than food from you. She was taking some of your hormones. Okay, she gonna be all right. Send
Right.
me home.
Oh
Never
Lord.
explaining to my mom that I was gonna have an issue
Right.
bearing children and all the different quirks from being
Mm.
intersex and the hormones and all of that other stuff,
Mhm.
which is, I figured it out later myself. And I
Right.
talked to my mom. My mother was like, well, they never told me that. They just told me this. I said, well, mom, because there was a push to have binary bodies. So that's why they never told you. But I'm okay. But I believe that's what makes me the way that I am because I am in duality. I'm true
Right.
in living duality. and I
Mhm.
balanced it. Of course, I had difficulties when I was a teenager, but I've learned to balance the act.
Right. That was a good show.
All right, y'all. Let me read the last comments. Diane said, "My baby is intersex indeed. They both,
Mhm.
Angel and Andrew, hate the term hermaphrodite." Andrew said, "This is amazing. Me too." Andrew said, "You having extra chromosomes is something else. You are correct." Angel, Andrew, Dominique Lee. Oh, you gave them names. Um, I don't have no name. I just know that it's something else in the back of here. Like I know it's
Mhm.
me, but
Right.
then I know the other person is the male part.
Right.
Like I could feel
Okay.
it. Like, okay,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
All right. So maybe you might be this
Right.
extra external thing that talks with me and be like, there's something going on.
Okay.
Well, Angel said, Adam was intersex. Of course, Angel. And if you ever watched the Peach Radio show, when I said intersex and trans people have been here, I
Yeah.
explained the meaning of the allegory of Adam. Adam was not just a man and God took a rib. Basically what that passage was saying is that Adam was an intersex person and then was divided in two. That wasn't a rib they pulled out. They pulled out a whole nother person, pulled out the female portion, which is akin to all of the African folklore when they talk to you about their traditions. If you listen to, if you read anything about ancient Mesopotamian religion, they tell
Mhm.
you all of this. People were intersex, and then they came, and then they divided the two. And that's where you get the term twin flame. When everybody said, I want my twin flame. No, boo. It's not about you finding someone that's perfect. It's about you finding the other half of yourself and coming together. That's what that
Mhm.
means. But we
Yeah.
lose everything in translation. And of course, a lot of us don't like the research. We want things placed in front of us. So, Angel, I don't know if you watch my show. I talk about a lot of these things. I even break down pedestry and how that turned into homophobia when the original Bible was talking about pedestry, an ancient form of boy love that aristocrats were allowed to participate in because they had money. And that was the only way you could learn a craft. If an older man came and said, "Hey, you sexy, let me teach you this in exchange for sex," it was currency. But that's all another conversation for the Peach Radio Show. But we're about to get off of here. Um, we've been on here for 3 hours. Tomorrow is Tabosh's show. Let It Out. Tabosh's, you can tell them about Let It Out.
You guys, Let It Out is an amazing podcast that we talk about everything to domestic violence to mental health. I mean, we talk about everything. And tomorrow night, I'm going to talk about music life. So please tune in tomorrow night because I'm going to be interviewing two amazing people who are in the music business. So make sure you tune in at 7 tomorrow night.
That's cool. And then Tuesday is the Peach Radio Show. If you tune in at 8 p.m., I'll be discussing why we celebrate Pride, the real reasons and the circumstances surrounding it. Pride did not start out as a party where people came with their junk out. That is not what it's about. It's actual historical reference to that. Also, on Saturdays is relationships aren't easy. That's with myself and my girlfriend. We're talking about different topics related to relationships. We give it a LGBTQ spin to help normalize people, but anyone could come on and chat. We have everybody from all walks of life on there. And then, of course, we'll be back next Sunday at 5 p.m. Are you coming back next Sunday, Timocious?
Oh, definitely.
And if you would like two other hosts to come or you want to jump in, Please do, because I can't host everything. I know I have a wealth of knowledge because I love reading, but I shouldn't be the host of every freaking fracking show.
Yeah, we trying to take a little break. Trying to take a little break.
So yeah, we hope you enjoyed this. Friday, if you're in the Delaware region, we're having the Me seminar. If you want to know or learn anything about the LGBTQ plus community, come out 6 p.m. It's the bomb dig a day. Bomb, 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 bomb. You'll learn so much. You get to ask questions. Of course, it's screened. I'm gonna be very honest in myself. You can't come in there asking my people's fucked up questions because I'll throw your ass out. That's just me being direct. Because I love my community. I love everyone. I love the
Yes.
allies. I'm just a loving person if you meet me and don't rub me the wrong way. But I hope y'all enjoyed this. See y'all next Sunday at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
I will put the links on my page so you can join the live in the beginning before we actually come on. Should I just stay seated like this for the next one instead of getting behind a
Yeah.
podium
Yeah. Do
to
that.
make it more comfortable for everyone?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tobocious, everybody said, Diane said this was great. Angel said, thanks again. Have a blessed night. I will be on both y'all channels. Yes, I am going to be there. Diane said this was great. Karan said, I will be back. I love this show. Do my
Oh.
reading. Diane started laughing at what I said. Angel said, amen. Got it. Love the show. Diane said, I need to excuse myself because I have to go to gather my content for my platform, Truth Reveal. Diane, since you said that, we do stream shows on the network. Plug
Yeah.
Studio Network is a network owned by myself and my girlfriend. You do not have to be in the studio. If you contact me, we'll be able to take it and stream it. Like right now, what me and Tobocious is doing, we're on multiple platforms. We are on probably like, I don't know, 15 Facebook pages. We on
Something
YouTube
like that.
right now. We on
Instagram.
damn, it's just so many platforms that we're on. And we like to
Yeah.
offer these services to other people. Check us out at plugstudios.net. If you want to follow me, you can go to peachent.com. Check me out and all the things that I do. Um, but with that being said, y'all have a good evening. Enjoy your Memorial Day, man. Somebody said you making some ribs, just I gotta come over there and get me some something.
He's so crazy. I ain't cooking
Y'all,
nothing.
oh
I'm
damn,
probably going to somebody else's house, though, B. I'm gonna
damn.
try because
I need a
my daughter.
fight.
I'm here with my daughter, so I don't know if I'm be able to go anywhere.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
I gotta get a
Yeah.
fight. But y'all have a good night. Enjoy y'all Sunday. This was spiritual Sundays, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. Invite a friend, tell a friend. Y'all have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, you doing it tomorrow's
Yes.
Memorial Day?
Oh shoot, I forgot. Um,
Just
I guess I
inbox
can do
me.
it on. I guess we can stream it.
Yeah, just let me know what you want to do. I love
Okay.
y'all. Y'all have a good night,
All
y'all.
right.
Bye.
Good night, you guys. Thank you for tuning